Stand up, New York Giant fans. What's going on, Baddog?
What is going on, my man? What is that? Oh, you know what I got? Sorry about that. That's me. I was like, why am I hearing an echo? I had the stream on in the background. I have the chat over here. There we go. As I was saying, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It's rough when you have 2 weeks off, and then all of a sudden you get up every day at 5:30. That should have been a long week.
Yeah, getting back into the swing of things, coming off vacation. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. What's going on, Gabriel? What's going on, Scott? What's going on, Max? What's going on, Pack Rat? What's going on, Slink? NFL DNA, Evan Pittsburgh, Lake Nona, JJ Strangle in the chat. Thank you to everybody for being here. I appreciate it. Max, Jake, JJ, thank you guys so much for being here. G Ever, Evan Pittsburgh, Santos, Kevin Ross, Billy F, Brian Reyes. Try to say hello to as many people as we can. But obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about the draft coming up. You've seen some rumors this week, and then we're going to dive into the mock drafts. And just so everybody's aware in the chat, what I think we're going to try to do tonight, we're going to try to give you a couple of different simulations, try to give you guys our separate opinions. We'll probably do 1 6-round mock draft together, one where Baddog does it himself, one where I do it myself, and then maybe do a joint first-round mock draft where we make all the selections for everybody else and kind of just project what we think is going to happen in the first round of this year's draft. Obviously, it's a guessing game. You're throwing darts at a board. We don't know what the Giants are going to do. They could go so many different ways, but I want to talk about some of the things that have come out over the last couple of weeks. Dive into some of the rumors. Obviously, Baddog, we've heard that the New York Giants are open to trading down. We've seen that there's been reports that they may be interested in going edge, offensive line, wide receiver. We don't know what's going on. But do you
They're
think
interested in a player, Chris? They're interested in somebody.
But do you think there's any legitimacy to the possibility that the New York Giants could be looking to trade down?
Absolutely. Definitely. I mean, we talked about it before. We talked about it last week. The Giants need an edge rusher, and I think at number 11, it's a reach. And I think if they can go back a ways and still get your, Alajari or your Russo or your Pay, one of those guys, and you can add draft capital, you only have 6 picks this year. I can definitely, if they're interested in an edge rusher and they believe he'd be there at 15 or wherever they trade down to. I'm not really sure who else they were rumored to be trading down with. But if they do trade back and one of those guys are there, they believe they'll be there, then absolutely, I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah, I look at the draft board right now, and if they are going to trade down, which, again, could be pie in the sky stuff, could be smoke, trying to make it so maybe the Eagles may not trade up. But if they are going to trade down, I see 3 obvious destinations for me, and that's the New England Patriots at 15. Yep. The Oakland Raiders or Las Vegas Raiders came out today and said that they're looking at quarterbacks. So maybe at 17, that's a possibility. And the Chicago Bears at 20. Yep. People bring up the Washington football team. We're not trading with them. They're in the same division.
Although,
didn't
the Ravens trade with the Chiefs? Well, they're not division rivals.
Yeah, they are Super Bowl rivals, but not that was a surprise to me.
Me too.
I mean,
interesting how you would help that team out. But
yeah, I mean, listen, the Chiefs, that's obviously a huge need of theirs. And the thing is, yeah, and you got to figure that's the team. The Ravens might be the second best team in the AFC. At least that's a lot of people think that going into the year behind the Chiefs to help that team out. But not only did they help them out, I don't think they got enough back. You look at what Laramie Tunsil got. The guy got 2 first-round picks. You're getting the 31st overall pick and future picks that is God knows what. I thought they could have got more than that. That was a shocker.
Hey, look at Miami ended up with a 3rd overall pick for that. So
yeah,
that's crazy.
I didn't like that. And I know he was forcing his way out of there, but that was a bit of a shocker to me today with that trade. But as far as the draft goes, listen, I know the chat is going to want – Paul, man, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. He writes all hogs. There's going to be a lot of Giants fans that want all hogs, and that's definitely a big need of ours. And let's talk about – I made a video on it today, Baddog. Let's talk about need for the New York Giants going into this draft. What do you think is obviously after free agency, we bring in the number 1 wide receiver. We bring in the cornerback too. What do you think going in? Give me in your order, what's the 3 biggest needs for this football team?
Well, I mean, if they didn't address the 2 positions you just said, I would have said those are bigger needs. Definitely wide receiver was absolutely number 1. But we, took care of that with Kenny Golladay. Now, I certainly wouldn't be adverse to them taking a wide receiver at number 11. I don't think a lot of Giants fans would be upset if they did go that route. Obviously, I don't think the cornerback is in play anymore now that they got Adoree Jackson. I love Micah Parsons. There's no doubt he could make us an elite defense. But if you're going just based on need, it's got to be the offensive line. we have a lot of young guys here. And again, this is all about Daniel Jones. This is about making sure that Daniel Jones is either your guy or not your guy. And we've talked about it a bunch of times. If Daniel Jones does come out and he's not the guy, he has another bad year, you at least want to set up your future quarterback to have a good foundation around him. You see what happens when you don't have a good foundation around. You just have to look no farther than the New York Jets. Now, I don't like Sam Darnold anyway. I was never a big Darnold fan, but let's face it, Sam Darnold never had a chance with the New York Jets because they never built a wall around him. And you can look at a guy like David Carr. He was the first pick for the Texans. The guy got murdered his first couple of years, and he never was able to develop. So you really have to protect your young quarterback because, again, I've said this time and time again. My biggest contention with Daniel Jones is the way he processes or lack of process when it comes to plays. I think that all stems from lack of confidence, and I feel like that's because he gets knocked around a lot. If you protect him and he knows that he has time and he believes in his offensive line, there's no reason to believe Daniel Jones can't come out and have a very good year. He's not going to put up Pat Mahomes numbers, but if he's protected and he's confident, he could easily throw for 3,200 yards, 3,400 yards this year, 26 touchdowns, maybe 12 interceptions. I don't see why that's not out of the realm of possibility. Just a need alone, offensive line would be the way I go.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that's that and the edge. I think those are our two biggest needs right now. And then maybe wide receiver, but you could certainly argue coverage linebacker as well. I'm with you on that. I know a lot of Giants fans scoff at that because we took 3 offensive linemen last year, but at the end of the day, you could give your opinion as to why it happened. Maybe you want to argue that the wide receivers didn't create enough separation, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we've given up 80. He's been sacked 83 or 84 times. I forgot the exact number in 26 starts. That's inexcusable, and that needs to be improved. Some of that falls on Jones, but some of it definitely falls on the offensive line. And we'll see. Maybe the Giants have a lot more faith in this offensive line than you and I do, and we're going to find out on draft night. Maybe it's all smoke. What they've said about the offensive line. Maybe they're going to go interior offensive line. Maybe they're going to go tackle, or maybe they're going to go with the guy they feel is the best available player, no matter what the position may be. And we're going to find out. We got a lot of questions that need to be answered. Draft's only 6 days away.
It's awesome. It's 6 days away, man. This time next week will be making fun of Philadelphia's terrible second-round pick again. Last year.
Tyler, man, thank you very much. Heard Baddog is replacing Aaron Hicks.
Hey, Aaron Hicks is up right now. Listen, I told Christopher the broadcast last night, and I'll talk about this on my Yankee podcast tomorrow, right? But Aaron Hicks went the other way last night, got a hit. The Yankees approach the baseball much differently. Aaron Hicks has a home run tonight, and his last at bat, he hit a rocket to left field from the left side of the plate. He didn't get a hit, but it's a much better approach. So maybe these guys are coming out of it because their approach is different at the plate.
Yeah.
And let's face it, Hicks sucks. I would suck worse. That's why I'm sitting here and he's up at plate right now.
You never have to wonder. Thank you so much. Says Yotana, how about trade 11th and the 2022 third to the Ravens for 27 and 31 and a third? No, I'm not trading 11 and a third. I'm dropping 16 spots to go 20. No.
Yeah,
not doing that.
You need 27 in next year's first.
Yeah, I need next year.
Baltimore's going to pick later in the draft again, most likely. So yeah,
if you're dropping a 27, that's essentially a second round pick.
Yeah, so you have to get another first round pick at least.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. The furthest I drop is 20 with Chicago. And I'm sure we'll try to simulate some trades with you guys in these mock drafts. Duran, man, thank you very much. Your thoughts, the higher bust rate, Waddle or Smith? That's a great question. That's a great question. I think a lot of it, and I'll let Baddog share his opinion on this as well. I think a lot of it when it comes to bust rate at any position, I think it's the situation you get put in. Obviously, if you're, whatever receiver gets drafted into a better offense is probably going to have a higher success, more success. That's just usually the way it works out, right? Marvin Harrison, had he gone to, a mediocre quarterback, may not have been Marvin Harrison. He went to Peyton Manning. But in terms of, Waddle to me has more upside. I'll say that right now. Waddle to me blows me away when I watch him play. A lot of people think he's straight line speed. I completely disagree. I think the guy is a very good route runner. I'm not saying he's on the level of Smith when it comes to that, but that guy could go up and get it. He's a super athlete. He's super fast. But Devontae Smith, to me, the only worry you have with him is his weight. Outside of that, I think Devontae Smith is probably safer. So if I had to pick one in terms of more risky, I'd probably go Waddle, but I think Waddle has the higher ceiling.
I mean,
I think they're both going to be good.
I was going to say, to me, those guys are pretty much 1 and 1A, as far as those two guys go. I mean, listen, I'm not a lot. Jamar Chase is great. Jalen Waddle's my favorite receiver in this draft.
Yeah.
I really like Jalen Waddle. I would love the Giants to take Jalen Waddle. I think Jalen Waddle, I think he could be great for the New York Giants. I really do. Devontae Smith, again, I mean, if you're talking higher bust rate, just for the reasons you mentioned, I mean, you look at Deshaun Jackson, he had a few good years. They're pretty similar in stature. Deshaun Jackson had a lot of injury problems his entire career. So that would be the biggest thing I worry about. It's not Devontae Smith's talent. We all know that he's an incredibly talented kid. He is a great route runner. He's got great hands. I mean, everybody saw what he did, last year in the playoffs. So, or was it the SEC championship game? We all know what the kid can do. Some of that has to, he benefited from Jalen Waddle getting hurt. A lot of people tell you Jalen Waddle was the better receiver at Alabama when they were both in the field together. So if I had to say, I think Devontae Smith may be the higher buster, but not by much. Like you said, Chris, I think they'll both be great in the NFL. So
I think you can't go wrong with either one. I think both of them are worthy of top 10 picks.
Great.
Skinny third leg, man. Thank you very much. Starting to think edge is a smokescreen, so nobody trades up to take a receiver. Seems like receiver would make the biggest difference immediately. I mean, maybe Skinny, but what I'll say to that, and you might be right, who knows? But what I'll say to that is, I don't think if that is their plan, I don't think that's going to deter it's not like the Eagles are going to take them at their word. So I don't think that's going to prevent the Eagles from trading up.
Why would the Eagles trade to 12 to trade back up to get a receiver?
I agree with you. I agree with you, but they're the Eagles.
I know, but I mean, what are you doing? I don't understand. Let me trade my peanut butter and jelly sandwich for a ham sandwich. And then I take my ham sandwich. I'm going to trade it for a jelly sandwich. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing?
It's the Eagles.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be fun to talk about the draft next year or next week because, hey, we get to not only do we get to enjoy what the Giants do, we get to make fun of all the division rivals. So let's go.
Pistol Pete, man, thank you very much. DeGrom actually got. I know they scored 6 runs today and threw a complete game. 6-0. Let's go, Mets. Great point on Jones' analysis. Bad Dog, Big Blue. Now is the time. Thank you so much, Pete. Yeah, I said it to Bad Dog before the show started, and we're not. We're gonna get right back to the football talk. But I think Jacob DeGrom may be the most dominating athlete in sports. He has been that dominating for the New York Mets coming out of the gate.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
As a Yankee fan, I could tell you, I've said this last week in my podcast. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I love Jake DeGrom. I feel bad for him. The guy deserves better. The guy should be a 20-game winner every year.
Should be a 25-game winner.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah. And Crimson says, how about them? Yeah, man, we finally won off a sweep against the Cubs. We need to keep that going tomorrow. John Kim, man, thank you very much. Have a weird feeling Judge and Dave Gettleman will trade back with New England, and Parsons will still be there at 15, and he will be our first draft pick and get Davis in the second.
I would love Parsons at 15. You want to talk about hitting a home run? There's your home run.
I would love Parsons at 15. I would just love to trade down to 15. But, of course, if you get Parsons on top of it, obviously depending on who's there at 11. But if you trade down to 15, you probably get another second-round pick potentially. And then you really have, an opportunity to really fill a lot of holes in this year's draft.
Yeah.
Independent man, thank you very much. Gettleman will probably never trade down in this draft. What position has the best value in the first 2 rounds? Thanks as always, guys. All right, I'll let you start there, Baddog. What do you think the best value is? And we're going to talk about that as we get the mock draft going. But what do you think the best value is?
To me, it's going to depend on the player that's there.
Right,
I don't know if there's a positional value that's going to be, has the best value because it'll depend on who's there. If Micah Parsons is there, how that's going to be the best value. If Kyle Pitts is there, that's going to be the best value. If Jamar Chase is there, that's going to be the best value. So it's hard to say what position has the best value depending on who's there as far as the player goes. As far as what we need, again, I know. I mean, I'm not a big – I know how important the offensive line is. I'd rather take somebody else because, again, the offensive line isn't an immediate impact player. Like somebody said earlier, wide receiver would make an immediate impact.
Right.
So if you're asking me, I think because – and, again, it would depend. If one of those 3 really good receivers is there, I think that's got the best value. I think wide receiver – if Smith – Jamar Chase isn't going to be there. If Smith or Waddle are there at 11, to me, that's the best positional value because I think both of those guys are going to be really good in the NFL. Micah Parsons is an absolute beast. We don't know about his off-the-field issues. And then everybody else, to me, that we'd be looking at, that's a question mark. So
Rashawn Slater, I think, would be good value, too.
Yeah. He will, but there's a lot of question about him. He's got short arms. Is he projected as a guard? Is he a tackle? He's undersized. I think there's more questions about Rashawn Slater than, say, a Jalen Waddle or Devontae Smith, although Smith's size is a bit of a question. But if you're asking me, I'm going to go wide receiver for that position.
My answer to him is, I think, like you said, it depends on how the draft develops. Most people will tell you they'd rather wait till the second round for interior offensive linemen. But I could just as easily say you could probably get a good wide receiver in the second round, and you're going to see that as we play out these mock drafts. Kadarius Toney is starting to drop in these mocks. Kadarius Toney, to me, is a first-round talent at the wide receiver position. Rondell Moore, very talented wide receiver prospect. Elijah Moore. So I think you could get good value at the wide receiver position in the second round. I think you could get good value at the interior offensive line in the second round. I think you get good value at the edge in the second or the third round. The worst value, in my opinion, for the three positions, and I think most of us agree, outside of a guy like Kyle Pitts falling, the three positions that more than likely we're going to be drafting in the first round is, offensive line, whether it be a tackle, whether it be a guard, wide receiver, or edge. I think the worst value in the first round, and I don't think anybody would deny this, is the edge. Where we're picking, it's the edge. So that would be my answer there for that. Deception Man, thank you very much. I appreciate it. He says, Gettleman always shows his hand, always drafts a player with college experience. Well, I mean, they all have college experience.
Right. Yeah, Barkley was a junior, right? Barkley never played his senior year.
The one thing that I thought was telling, and I don't know if you listened to the press conference from Gettleman yesterday, it sounded as if the Giants, it almost sounded like they did not like players that didn't play last year. Like they held that, like they didn't say it, but it kind of came across that way. So that'll be interesting.
I don't blame him. Well, then you could rule Rousseau out.
You could rule Rousseau. Parsons didn't play.
No, that's true too.
But we'll see.
That might be smoke so that he sits. You don't know. You never know, man. That's why we're 6 days away.
You don't know. And Jack, man, thank you very much, man. Odds we trade up and get Sewell. Where does he go? I'll never say anything's impossible. The only way I could see us trading up to Sewell is if, say, he drops to 9. I don't see us jumping up to 6 or 7. I just think the price tag will be way too high, and we don't have a lot of draft capital to begin with. I doubt it. He's not getting to us. The latest I see him going is 10 to Dallas, but I don't even see him getting that far. I will say I think there may be some legitimacy that the Bengals may actually take Jamar Chase. I'm starting to read that more and more and more and more. But I could easily see him going 4 to Atlanta if they don't trade out. I don't see him going past Dallas. Denver maybe at 9. Carolina maybe at 8. He's not getting to us unless we trade up.
Great. He's not making it. I'll be surprised if he made. I would be surprised if he made it to Dallas. It would not surprise. You can think about whatever you want. I think he makes a lot of sense in Cincinnati. Honestly, you don't know if Miami's going to take Jamar Chase. Well, the Cincinnati draft's ahead of Miami now, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. So we'll see. But yeah, I think Sewell, if he doesn't go to Cincinnati, then maybe Miami at 6. That is definitely a possibility. They could use him. Any team with a young quarterback can use Penei Sewell. Personally, I think he'd be I think Cincinnati needs him. We just talked about Sam Darnold. Joe Burrow was the first overall pick, already tore his ACL. You need to protect him. You can't have.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, you can't have your first overall pick tearing his ACL and then getting blasted around and never make it.
I agree with you. But
they're Cincinnati, Chris. This is why they don't win anything either.
They're Cincinnati, and there's a lot of smoke there with Jamar Chase. Yeah. So we'll see. Papa Exotic, man, thank you very much. Kyle Pitts, second round offensive line. I agree with you. Problem is Kyle Pitts, in my opinion, will not be there. But I agree with you.
If he's there, I'll do a cartwheel, and I can't even do one.
I don't think he'll be there.
I don't either.
NY Giants 26, man, thank you very much. Kenny Yeboah, most underrated tight end, draft him. I'll look into him. I'm going to be honest with you. Don't even know about. But here's what I'm going to say about the tight end. And I know a lot of Giants fans, and maybe you disagree with me on this, and I'm sure we'll find out throughout the mock draft. I don't think we need to draft a tight end unless we trade Evan Ingram. We've got now Rudolph, Ingram. We've got obviously Caden Smith still and Levine Toilo. I don't see the New York Giants drafting a tight end unless we trade Evan Ingram. I don't see it.
So my whole point behind drafting one is just so you can trade Evan Ingram, but. You know me. I like Evan Ingram.
The only way I could see is Pitts. But if it's not Pitts, I don't see us taking a tight end. I'd be surprised.
No. If Pitts falls 11, I think they have to. If he doesn't, I mean, I know a lot of people like Freiermuth out of Penn State, but yeah, I can't see us taking him in the second round. So, yeah, Pitts or bust as far as tight end goes.
Eric, man, thank you very much. If Gettleman has no interest in going wide receiver and Parsons and Slater are gone, where do you think we go? I think we're going edge. If he's not taking a receiver, I think we're going edge. I think there's some smoke there.
If Gettleman has no, I think if Parsons and Slater are gone, I think he's going to go wide receiver. I don't.
Well, no, but he's saying in the hypothetical he doesn't want a wide receiver. I think we go edge in that scenario.
I don't know where else you would go. I can't see anybody else there. I mean, you eliminated a lot of positions, so it would have to be. There's nothing left. I mean, it has to be edge. He's not going to go with Surtain or J.C. Horn. I can't imagine him taking a corner at 11. So
I would not be. I know
it's got to be edge.
Some fans seem to be happy, want to take a corner. I do not want to take a corner in the first round. John, man, thank you very much. Who is the worst drop between River 1 and Tier 2? Was the most drop between, maybe you meant round 1, and Tier 2 in regards to wide receiver, offensive line, and linebacker? I think biggest gap is linebacker. Then the other positions are a push. I would agree with the maybe you mean edge with the linebacker. To me, I kind of put I don't know. I don't think there's great. I think the best value at the edge, and you're going to see it in this mock draft, for me is in the 3rd round. I don't love the value for the edge in the 1st where we're picking. I don't love the value for the edge in the 2nd. There's a couple of players that I like, but I think the best value is in the 3rd round for that position. If you ask me where the best value for the offensive line, I think it's in the 2nd, and I think the best value for the wide receiver is in the 1st. That doesn't mean that's the way it's going to go. They may prioritize things differently, but if you ask me just strictly value, I would say wide receiver in the 1st, offensive line in the 2nd, edge in the 3rd.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
And Christopher, you and me, stand up, new member. Welcome to the channel, my man. And John Kim, man, thank you very much. The only team I see drafting Parsons before us is Denver. But if they take a quarterback, I don't see us passing on him. I see Coach KS and Graham begging for him if he's there, and Matos, who played for Carolina, didn't get suspended. We'll see, John. It's a guessing game right now, and maybe the Giants will not be thrown off by the character concerns at all. I do agree with you. I think if Denver does not take him, more than likely he will be there for the Giants. I don't see Dallas taking him. They're strong at the linebacker spot. Maybe Carolina, but I think most people seem to think they're going wide receiver. So I agree with you. If Denver doesn't take him, I think Parsons more than likely will be there for the Giants. The question is, would we take him? And I don't know. I don't know.
I think the fact Coach KS is there gives him a shot. And
I agree.
The fact that your coach is Joe Judge gives him a shot. I think if this was a different coaching staff, then probably not. But I think if Parsons is there at 11 and none of those receivers are at 11, I could see the Giants doing that, man. I can just see them going but I can see them going a lot of different ways.
Now the one thing I'll say about that, and I would be happy with Parsons. I think Parsons is a top 5 or 6 talent in this draft. Personally, I know some people have kind of fallen out of favor with him. The one thing I'll say is the Giants don't draft first-round linebackers. They haven't drafted one since 1984.
No, I know. That's the year I started watching the Giants. So, when you come up in baseball, you're 0 for your last 19. They say, you're due. Well, we're due. We're due for a linebacker in the first round.
We'll see.
We respected linebacker in 84. They still went linebacker. It's
true.
2 Hall of Famers in a linebacker core and Carson's and Taylor. Yeah, Parsons times like Carson. Maybe kind of not. It's not Carson, but never.
Avery, man, thank you very much. Usually wide receivers under 180 pounds do not succeed in the league. Can we take that risk in the first round? We already have Ross for cheap. Y'all are the GOATs. I get what you're saying. I think that is if there's going to be a concern with him, it's that. Marvin Harrison is an example where it worked. If the guy could play, he could play, but I definitely understand that as being something that you worry about. That's definitely a red flag with him.
What's Antonio Brown weigh? He's not a big guy.
Doesn't look like a big guy. I don't know what he weighs off the top of my head. I know Harrison was nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's the one knock that people have on him. That's what people worry about.
It's a concern. I mean, like I said, Deshaun Jackson was explosive when he was healthy, but he had a lot of injuries in his career. So
yeah. Juicy, we're going to get to the draft in a second. He says, can't wait for the draft. Been rewatching your guys' reactions from the last couple of drafts to prepare myself mentally. I'm so pumped for the season. Juicy, man, thank you. You are not getting a Daniel Jones reaction this year. I promise you.
I don't know if it was Juicy. There's been some people recently. I've seen some comments on our Tampa Bay reaction from a couple years ago. People were like, this was recommended in my feed, or like, this is still a classic. This is great. But that was good. That was good.
Brent says, "Bring me the hogs." Brent, that's why you're a subscriber on my channel, my man. And LOL Pen 15 says, "What do you think of the Cold Raven Fish Vegas?" I know nothing about it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I know Cold Raven, they did something about EDP. That's all I know. I didn't even watch it, so I don't know much about it. If I did, I would let you know, Pen 15.
Yeah, I didn't even know who Cold Raven was until the whole EDP thing. So I don't know. That is what it is. The people always beefing on YouTube, Twitter. That's what social media is about, I guess. I don't know. People always have a problem with each other.
It's a drama-free zone. I don't like drama. Demon Man, thank you very much. We got 8 tight ends. Yeah, we got too many. I agree with that. We don't need a tight end. If someone like Waddle is there, take him. I'm good with the best offensive lineman. Give me the hogs. Edge later, not a good class. I'm in agreement.
I agree. I'm not a big fan of the edge rushers in this draft.
And Adrian said, coming around on old Jalari. Yeah, as am I. Again, I don't want an edge, preferably at 11. But if we are going to take one, whether it be trade down or at 11, which I don't want, if we had to take an edge, I have come out and said that I do think he's the best schematic fit for this team. But that doesn't mean that that'll be the case. G Nation, man, thank you very much. Stand up, Chris. I don't want a wide receiver in the first, Parsons or O-line. Well, let's jump into it right now. I'm going to read the next couple on the phone so that we can get this started. We're going to pull up the why do I have your whoops. I was getting your link. That's why.
There we go. Look at that. You see that thing right there? Did you see the greatest of all time, Lawrence Taylor? Can we draft him, Chris? I'll tell you what, if Lawrence Taylor is there at 11, you give me him.
By the way, Baddog's link is in below well, you know his channel by now. It's in the description. Description. In the description.
By the way, I don't know if you know this, Chris.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to, nobody can put links in your chat anymore.
Not even the moderators?
No. People were doing that last night. The Google administrator team kept removing them.
Really?
Yeah. So, my mods, they would always drop the links to my Instagram and Twitter, or that's usually what it was, or some of my merchandise, because my 420 merch isn't on my YouTube channel. So you have to actually click the link. And every time Dire Giants fan or Dominic Pope or a couple of my other mods would put my links in there, they kept getting removed.
Interesting.
So I don't know. We'll see. Like Nona just put my channel link in the chat. We'll see. Maybe that was just happening to my stream last night. I don't know. It's still up there.
No, it did happen to me once. Not every time, but it did happen to me once the other night too with the Google thing.
Oh, maybe it was the Teespring thing then. Maybe that's what it was.
And Yuri, man, thank you very much. Eagles are drafting a kicker in the first. I hope so. And Jeff, I don't know how to pronounce that. KC, Chiefs Kingdom. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. And let's read Juicy. Gotta bet you guys. I think Graham, the Godfather, Gano, goes 42 of 44 kicking this season and making the Pro Bowl. What's your thoughts, man? Can't miss. Hey,
I hope he doesn't have to kick 44 field goals.
That's a great point. But the one thing I'll say about
44 kickers, extra points.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll say about kickers, it's kind of like the bullpen, though, where, I don't know, like year to year, you don't know what you're going to get. And hopefully we get another good year out of Gano.
Yeah.
You ready to rock, Baddog?
Let's do it, baby. Just watching. Right. Just kind of keep my eyes on Chapman trying to get this last audio. Yankees might have a 2-game winning streak on their hands here.
All right. We're going to start the draft now. We're going to announce the first 10 picks. Then Baddog and me are going to collaborate on this first mock, and we're going to see exactly what we would do with this pick. Let me read this real quick. Anthony, man, thank you very much. You two are the best when it comes to the Giants, hoping to not break another television in this draft. Draft the Hogs. Well, we're going to see what we got. First, Baddog, before we even look at the board, we got a couple of trade offers. Let's review the trade offers, all right?
Yeah.
I don't even want to bother with New Orleans. I'm dropping all the way.
Me neither. We just said we're not trading down 17 picks without another first. So
not doing that. Second one, the Ravens, not doing that. So we're done. We're not taking any trades.
Get out of here.
All right, let's look at the first 10 picks, and then we'll get to the board. Trevor Lawrence, obvious, went to Jacksonville. Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, 4 quarterbacks, first 4 picks. Penny Sewell, Cincinnati. Devontae Smith, pretty realistic here. Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Rashawn Slater, and Mac Jones. Washington trades up to 10. 5 quarterbacks.
With Dallas?
Dallas.
I can't see that happening, but okay.
5 quarterbacks go in the first.
I cannot see Dallas and why. I mean, like the Giants and the Eagles trading. I don't see
Wow. All right, we're going to take a look at the board in 1 second. Dylan, man, thank you very much. I tell you what, Baddog, I wish we made that trade for DeGrom years ago. with the Andujar and Clint Frazier rumors, he's ridiculous.
I don't you know what? I don't think the Mets would have ever done that. But yeah, I wish can you imagine DeGrom and Cole might actually win? But the Yankees did win tonight 5-3. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Let's get to the draft.
All right. So at this pick, to me, you're really looking at, I mean, some people may argue that Surtan's the best available player, but I think we both agree we're not going corner. You still have Parsons on the board. You've obviously got Jalen Waddle, which is your top wide receiver available.
Yep. And
then on the offensive line, it's probably Elijah Vera Tucker would be the next best available offensive lineman here. So those are the four guys that I think you're looking at here. I'll give my opinion first. In this spot, I've come out and I've said countless times that I personally don't see the Giants taking Parsons in this draft. I could be wrong, but if Waddle is there, I think in this spot, they're going to go Jalen Waddle, especially with Rashawn Slater off the board. So I think he's the best available player here, and he fills one of our biggest needs. So I would go Jalen Waddle here and then try to work with the offensive line in the next round.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, if it's my choice, Jalen Waddle's my favorite receiver in the draft. That would be really tough for me because I love Micah Parsons too. Like, I wish we could get both of them. But I think Jalen Waddle is the safest pick there. And I would definitely agree. I would go Jalen Waddle if he's there at 11. I don't see how the Giants could possibly pass on him. I think the Giants would steal Jalen Waddle at 11. So I would definitely do that. I would definitely agree with you on that one for sure.
All right, let's go Waddle. Let's see what happens. Number 12, J.C. Horn, Darisaw, J.O.K., Azeez Ojulari, Patrick Surtain, Bateman, Newsome, Asai. Wow, a couple of players are dropping here. Parsons still hasn't been drafted.
42.
Jets got him.
Jets took him.
Elijah Vera Tucker, Jason Wade, Travis Etienne. Rousseau just went off the board. Sam Cosmi, Zaven Collins, Tevin Jenkins, Kelvin Joseph, the cornerback you liked. Eric Stokes, Creed Humphreys off the board. Kadarius Toney. Wyatt Davis is gone. Caleb Farley's gone. Alex Leatherwood is gone. I'm not even
taking all my guys, Chris. What the hell?
So let's look at the board again. All right, we already got a wide receiver, so we're not even looking at wide receiver.
Right.
Either. You got Jalen Phillips still on the board, who many people feel may be the best edge rusher in this class. But due to the injury concerns, he drops to the second round. He had 3 concussions in 2018. Jalen Phillips still on the board. More than likely is probably going to be the best available player. Still Pat Freiermuth, but we already took a wide receiver, so I'm not even entertaining that here. Let's take a quick look at the edge. Jalen Phillips, Basham, all right. Offensive line. All right, at the center, you got Quinn Meinerz, you got Landon Dickerson. Guard, you got Trey Smith, Ben Cleveland, and Kendrick Green.
I already see who I'd be taking there. I already saw him.
Who are you taking?
Yeah, I mean, what college am I a fan of?
Oklahoma.
Who's down there at 53?
You want Ronnie Perkins?
I love Ronnie Perkins.
Yeah.
Love him. And again, Jalen Phillips definitely, I think, is a better, but again, all the injury concerns. And I know it's not a first round pick, and I get that, you're not, but still, man, it's a high second. And I think Ronnie Perkins can be very versatile for the Giants. And again, that could be my Sooner bias, but I really like Ronnie Perkins. So I would go either one of those guys, though, man. I think you get it. I think you get Jalen Phillips or Ronnie Perkins there. That does fill a need for sure. And at this point, I don't think either one's a reach at 42. So I think they're both good value there. So, I mean, I would definitely be looking at that.
You could go Eichenberg. He's good. Trace. I agree with you in this spot. And normally I'd want to go offensive line here. But I personally think Jalen Phillips is too good to pass up here. You know what? We're going to let the chat be the tiebreaker because I would go Phillips here. And thank you very much, Evan Ingram, man. I appreciate it. Hi, guys. Bad Dog, what would make you Mad Dog on the 29th?
I hit my microphone. I wanted to make sure that was still working. There is, like I said, you're not going to get a Daniel Jones thing. That was just a perfect storm. There's really nothing that's going to make me mad. I won't be happy if they go edge at 11. That would probably be the thing that would upset me the most. But I still wouldn't rant, rave, and scream because we need a lot. So I'm pretty much going to be fine with anything they do. I definitely have preferences, but I'm not going to be upset if they went Greg Rousseau at 11. I wouldn't be thrilled, but I'm not going to throw a book across my across my room here. So
Phillips looks like the guy. The chat is all in on Phillips. So we'll take Phillips this time around. Baddog's going to get his chance. We'll go Jalen Phillips here. Let's see what we do in the third round. So far, I think here we have to go. I don't care who's on the board. I think we have to go offensive line with this next pick.
Yeah.
But so far, we got ourselves a wide receiver in Jalen Waddle. We got ourselves an edge in Jalen Phillips, who I personally think probably won't even be there on draft night where we just got him. But great value where we got him. Yeah. Now let's see what we end up getting here at pick number 76. Joe Tryon, I like him too. He just went to the Eagles.
Well, we know that they're not going to take that. That's a good pick.
All right, let's see what we got on the offensive line.
That trade didn't seem too bad there.
Yeah, first time around, I didn't want to do any trades.
Okay, no, that's all right. That one actually seemed okay.
All right, here, there's two guys here that I really like at the guard spot. Let's see that. Yeah, I like Cleveland, and Mayfield's still available to tackle, but I think we need more of an interior guy.
Yeah.
I don't. You probably haven't heard of this guy. I don't know a lot of people have. Deontay Brown also is the type of guy that I think Gettleman would like. But one guy that I like, and I had him in my last 6-round mock draft, is Kendrick Green, who's 102 here. His upside is through the roof. The guy is insane in terms of his athletic ability. He ran a 4.85 at 315 pounds out of Illinois. And when you watch him on tape, he's super fast. But Ben Cleveland is probably more highly regarded by most people. He's a nasty offensive lineman out of Georgia. I like Green. I'm a big fan of Green, but I think most people would say Ben Cleveland in the spot. But I'll let you give your opinion here.
Well, we haven't drafted a Bulldog yet, so we do that every year, Chris. Right? I mean, Andrew Thomas, DeAndre Baker, Lorenzo Carter. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know much about Kendrick Green. I do know Ben Cleveland's pretty solid. Georgia's offensive line usually is. I mean, obviously he played with Andrew Thomas. So I don't think that would be a bad idea. And then, of course, you always got the Alabama ties with Deontay Brown. And again, that's something that the Giants look at as well. Of course, with all the coaches we have, somebody's going to have ties someplace.
Well, the other thing I want to point out about Cleveland, and I'm going to get to Antoine, thank you so much, is I bet Baddog would be heated if we draft the quarterback. Yeah, I think we both would be. But I don't see that happening.
No, I don't see it happening either. I wouldn't be heated about that either, but I wouldn't understand it.
The other thing I want to point out about Ben Cleveland is he played with Andrew Thomas.
Yeah, I just mentioned that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you have familiarity there. So I'm going to go with Cleveland here, even though I have a huge draft crush on Kendrick Green. That's one of the guys I'm going to be hoping the Giants take in the third round of this year's draft. But we'll go with Ben Cleveland here. I think it's a good pick, and it fills a need of ours. So we'll get to round 4.
Why they got to take my Creed on? I was hoping Creed fell to 42.
That would have been nice. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Take a look at center, please, Tom says. We'll look at it next time. I did take a look at center before I made the pick. There was nobody worth drafting in that spot. Drew Dalman, Drake Jackson. There was no.
Yeah.
There was nobody
not at 76.
But Cleveland could play the guard, and you keep obviously Gates at center.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We are about to be on the clock at 1:16. Let's take a quick look here. Let's take a quick look at the tackles. Stone Forsythe actually looked really good on film that Bobby showed the other day on Twitter. The tackle out of Florida. Nobody's really impressed me in the interior offensive line. We could start to look at running back. I know you like Trey Sermon.
I'm taking. I don't need
You like Sermon.
I love Trey Sermon. So, yeah.
A couple of names I want to look over. Jalen Darden's a wide receiver I really like. I think this is a round where he'll go in the draft, maybe mid to late fourth round. He had a really nice pro day, super explosive player out of North Texas, but we already took a wide receiver, so no need to go there. Quincy Roche still on the board. And Tyler Shelvin. 2 players I really like on the defensive side. Roche fits our scheme. Shelvin would be a nice replacement for Dalvin Tomlinson at the interior defensive line. So those are some options as well. So it would be either Roche, Shelvin, or you could go with a running back here with a guy like Sermon. Mike, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, Baddog Sports, you're a legend from your 2019 draft reaction.
I appreciate that. Not one of my better moments, Mike, but definitely one of my more passionate ones. I can tell you that right now.
Now what do we take so far? We took a receiver,
edge,
We already got an edge. Okay.
Yep.
We
And
already
then
got
we
an
just
edge.
took a lineman.
So here, yeah, I mean, here you could go Roche. I still like him, but he's not. You already got your edge. Tyler Shelvin would be interesting. I like Shelvin, but you know what? We're gonna make Bad Dog happy. We're gonna give Bad Dog one of his guys
Listen,
here.
we need a running back. I mean, we need more depth there. And like I said, Trey Sermon to me is a lot like Wayne Gallman, just bigger. And he is a straight ahead. You know, he pushes the pile forward. He gets your yards. He's a downhill runner. Like I said, he'd just be a really good compliment to Barkley. Guy averaged almost 8 yards a carry for Ohio State. He averaged almost 7.5 yards a carry in his entire career at Oklahoma. The guy, it's not like he just benefited from Oklahoma. He was great at Ohio State too. So I think Trey Sermon is an absolute steal in the fourth round. I think Trey Sermon could really, really good for the Giants. So I would definitely be. I mean, he's 6'1", 215. He's a big kid.
Let's go with Sermon. I saw somebody say Ramondre Stevenson. I personally, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, I think a lot of people are drawn to Stevenson because of his size. I'm not impressed with
Sermon's
Stevenson.
better, guys. And trust me, Stevenson's a Sooner. So those two running backs, I can tell you, I've watched a lot of those two running backs, and I like Ramondre Stevenson, but to me, that's a goal line guy. Trey Sermon could actually be a guy that could play if, God forbid, Saquon Barkley went down. I think Trey Sermon's more of an every down back than Ramondre Stevenson. So I just think Sermon's a better overall back than Stevenson there. But so I do like Stevenson too, just not in that. If our running back, if we started Wayne Gallman and you wanted to add a Stevenson, I could get that. But I think Trey Sermon is a good fill-in for Gallman, which I'm glad that he got a contract from San Francisco. I like Wayne Gallman.
Yeah, he got paid next to nothing there. They got themselves a steal there.
I see someone say running back before a 6th round, huge mistake, other needs. I don't understand. So you want to go into the year with Barkley coming off an ACL tear and Devontae Booker and no other running backs.
Yeah, no, I would have no issue going running back in the fourth. I fourth or sixth, I'm not taking it before the fourth, but I have no issue taking a running back in the fourth.
Yeah, I'm just saying we don't have any depth there.
Yeah.
And with a running back that's had injury problems, man, you need another running back.
NY Giants 26, man. Thank you very much. I think Abrams will take over after Gettleman. Actually, I'm going to tell you, what's the guy's name that we got from Detroit? I always forget his name.
I have no idea.
We brought in the guy from Detroit who's in upper management. I think he is going to be the replacement for Dave Gettleman. Okay, we're on the board here at 196. We got a running back. We got our edge. We got our wide receiver. And we got, what else did we get? We got, a guard. Yeah, guard. Okay, so 196. Let's go best available first. Let's see who's on the board. Jared Patterson, we're not going running back. Daquan Graham is an interesting prospect. I've had mock to us before. I do think he fits our scheme. He's a defensive tackle out of Texas. He's a little versatile. Let's see.
Yeah, I can't do this because I keep seeing all these Sooners. I mean,
Let's see. Jonathan Cooper's a guy I like. I had him mock to us in my latest mock draft. Let's see.
If we don't go running back, if we do go running back later in the draft, I really do like Roundtree a lot.
A lot of people like him.
6th round or 5th or 6th round. I definitely like Roundtree. I think that Sermon's a better back, obviously, but if the Giants do not go running back till the 5th or 6th round and Roundtree's there, that would definitely be a good option too.
Yeah, I like Javian Hawkins a lot too. I don't know if you've seen him out of Louisville. Yeah, I mean, I like
Trey Brown a lot. That's why I say maybe it's just my Sooner bias, but I do like Trey Brown's pretty good because Oklahoma's not known for their defense. Their defense got a lot better this year. It really did. So last year I liked Kenneth Murray a lot. You could see once Stoops got the hell out of there, Oklahoma started to get their defense a little bit better. It's still not great by any stretch, but they definitely have some NFL talent.
I don't mind going Trey Brown here. We could go with a corner in the 6th. I have no problem with that. That's a good pick.
I don't think that's a bad idea there.
That's a good pick. And then we got one more pick coming up real quick. John, man, thank you very much. Sent you a super chat earlier. Explain first super. I thought I read the first super from John McNeil. That was a while ago. It's probably not on my phone anymore. Hold on. Yeah, I remember I read it though, John. I can't go back and see it now, but I definitely read it earlier. If you go back in the stream, I remember I highlighted it and we went over it. Unless I missed another one. Last pick here at 201.
What do you got for linebackers? We didn't take one of those.
You got Riley Cole. You got Justin Hilliard. You got Errol Thompson, Isaiah McDuffie, KJ Britt. Me personally here, I would go to Quan Graham. I like him. I've had a mock toast before. Slayton is actually a really interesting prospect out of Florida. He's huge. He's like 360 pounds. He's a nose tackle.
We can definitely use a tackle.
Yeah.
You can definitely use all the tackles you can get.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mike. I like this guy. He doesn't have the best numbers. He only had like 2.5 sacks at Texas last year, but I do think
your defensive tackles aren't the guys that get yourself. You know, they're supposed to be your run stoppers. They're supposed to clog the line. They're supposed to take up the space that allows the edge rushers to get there. So I could definitely get on board with that.
I see Cody saying Scary Terry, Tamorian Terry. I'm not even going to bother taking Tamorian Terry in the 7th round because he's not going to go in the 7th round.
Well, we don't have a 7th round pick.
Or the 6th round, whatever. Because to me, he's a 4th or 5th round guy. I think these mocks are completely off, so I think it's a waste to take him there. And we already took a wide receiver in the 1st round. There's no reason to take another one.
Yeah.
You know, we only have 6 picks. I'm not going to use 2 on a wide receiver. But, so here's how the first draft turned out. I think most Giant fans, if this happened on draft night, would be pretty happy. We ended up getting Jalen Waddle at number 11. We ended up getting Jalen Phillips, the edge out of Miami, who many feel is a mid to late first-round talent at 42. We got Ben Cleveland, who's a good, solid guard. Hopefully could step in and start for us at 76. Trey Sermon, he'll step in to be that backup or third running back as a rookie. Trey Brown, a depth corner. And we got Daquan Graham, who is a versatile defensive lineman who could potentially be a starter for us down the road. So that's what we did there in our first mock draft. We're going to start a new one. Andrew, man, thank you very much. Trey Brown is my best friend's cousin. That's awesome, man.
That is awesome.
That's awesome, man. And Zaid says there is no way that happens. I'd be happy if it did.
Yeah. And all I can say, Andrew, you can tell your best friend, Boomer Sooner. Let's go. Somebody just said, where the hell did that go? He says, Bad Dog looks like he's 28. Hey, you're the Sports Central. You're the man. That just made my day. I'm way, way older. My oldest kid's almost 28. There you go.
Demon says now, dude, I'm not even going to bother with PFF. PFF's rankings are so far off. Like they are so far off. And Coffins, man, thank you very much. Says, don't sleep with my guy Sandro Platzgummer. I like Platzgummer. Giants signed him. I'm rooting for him, but who knows? And NY Giants 26, man, McKinney looking into rocking red and blue dreads. Really?
I don't want to get too high in McKinney, but I'm really excited for McKinney's second year, man. I love McKinney. Man, that's going to be my next jersey.
What do you want to do here? Do you want to try one where we pick for every team
in the first round?
Yeah, just the first round mock.
Yeah, we can do that. That works for me.
Yeah,
it's your show, Big Daddy. We can do whatever you want.
You know what? Let's do 2 rounds and we'll stop after the Giants' second pick.
Okay.
Let's try that out. Okay, so 42 picks. You ready to rock?
Let's do it.
All right, I'll let you get the first pick. Who are you going with here, Mac Jones?
Trevor Lawrence. I don't think that's a question.
All right, Trevor Lawrence to Jacksonville. We're going to make this easy. Zach Wilson to the Jets. Who do you like at 3?
This is hard because I keep hearing all the Mac Jones stuff. I'm not doing that to that. Justin Fields goes there.
You like Justin Fields?
I like Justin Fields.
I agree. I think Fields should be the 4th quarterback off the board. 3rd quarterback off the board, rather. Okay, I'm going to have our first trade here because I do think this is very realistic that the Falcons could trade out of this pick. And the Broncos are going to trade up. That's honestly what I think could happen on draft night. So I'm going to have the Atlanta Falcons. Let me get rid of this. Trading with the Denver Broncos. I'm going to have the Broncos moving up and getting a quarterback.
Yep.
Falcons over for this and this. That should get it done. Okay. So we're going to have Denver now taking a quarterback. They're going to move up. They're going to take Trey Lance. So 4 quarterbacks go in the first. Why isn't it let me pick them? What am I doing wrong? Oh, resume draft. 4 quarterbacks go in the first 4 picks. And now Bad Dog's on the clock.
And again, for Cincinnati, they got to go Penei Sewell. I don't think there's any doubt about it. You took Joe Burrow first overall. You drafted T. Higgins last year. You got Joe Mixon. Build the line for Joe Burrow. They got to take Penei. If Penei Sewell is there at 5, maybe they don't do that. I'm not their GM. That's the smartest pick for them. I don't think there's any question about that.
There's no denying that's the smartest pick.
Yes.
I'm completely with you on that. And Andrew, man, thank you very much. One more thing. My neighbor put $100 on the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. He's better off throwing money on strippers.
Well, the one thing I'll say is you're not going to get your money back from the strippers. You may get it back from the Cowboys, but I seriously doubt it.
I saw Tom say you gave Denver. Tom, I just forced the trade because on this, it's very hard for them to accept trades. It's just a first-round mock anyway, so I just wanted to make them come up to 4 to get a quarterback.
Yeah, it's not like you're saying Atlanta would actually offer that, but
no, it was just to make the trade go through easily.
Make the trade happen.
And Justin, man, thank you very much. Is it possible to do an extra draft on the Draft Network to see how the simulation compares? I know not everyone likes the same sites. Sure, the next one after this, I'll do the Draft Network. Sure, I'll do that. So I'm up now at 6, Miami. I think Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver. Some may argue that Devontae Smith because of his ties or Jalen Waddle because of his ties to Tua at Alabama. But I think Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver in this draft class. And I'm going to have him go to Miami at number 6 in this situation.
So it's Detroit. Yeah, they lost 2 receivers. They got to go receiver. They got Jared Goff, and they traded for Jared Goff. You got to get him a receiver. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I would, if Jalen Waddle, and again, I like Jalen Waddle better than, not by a ton, but I like Jalen Waddle better than Devontae Smith. I think that's where they would go. I think Detroit they lost Galladay, they lost Jones. They got to get a receiver in there. I would go Jalen Waddle for them at number 7.
I like that fit. I'm going to go Pitts here to Carolina.
Makes sense.
I just think he's just the best player. Could have easily taken him to Miami. I took Chase instead, but I like Pitts here at 8 to Carolina. And that's going to bring up the Denver Broncos. Now the Atlanta Falcons after the trade down.
And this is tough because Atlanta can use a lot. Atlanta's not very good. I mean, they could definitely, if they wanted to, they could definitely go Slater here. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with the quarterback situation. Obviously, Ryan's getting up there, but you're trying to build a foundation for the future. They could definitely use a corner, though. And, there's talk about that maybe taking Surtain at 4 if they were there. I think they got to go Pat Surtain there at number 9. I think that'd be the best fit for them. I'm not really privy to the Atlanta Falcons offensive line either, so I don't know how bad it is. But I do know that they're really weak in the secondary, and I think Surtain would be a good pick there at 9 for them.
I agree. If Atlanta traded out to 9, I think that's entirely possible that they would take Patrick Surtain. Kevin, man, thank you very much. I know Gettleman will be leery after the Baker mess, but it's going to be real hard to pass on a freak like Parsons, who could be the next LT. See, listen, I know that everybody wants Parsons. I know everybody gets excited. Last year we heard the same thing about Isaiah Simmons, could be the next LT. Parsons is not the next LT.
Listen, let's never, ever, 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 ever say someone's the next LT. You can't say someone's the next LT until their career is over.
Yeah.
Because everyone is talking about J.J. Watt's better than Lawrence Taylor. He was never close to Lawrence Taylor.
Listen, I like Parsons a lot. Don't even, if you put those, say we draft this kid and Giants fans start saying that, you might as well just set him up for failure. He's not even close to Lawrence Taylor.
Compare anybody to Lawrence Taylor. You want to compare him to Harry Carson, rather? Okay. But I can't. Nobody's Lawrence Taylor. Nobody.
And Donald, man, thank you very much. Says, what a game for DeGrom. Pitches like a complete game. Yeah, dude. He's insane. He might win the MVP this year the way he's pitching right now. Number 10 is really tough for me because in this spot, most people think Dallas is going to go with a corner. And J.C. Horn is terrific. They could easily go J.C. Horn. I've seen people even say that J.C. Horn is the best corner in this year's draft. Something tells me, Bad Dog, and I've thought this for a while, if Rashawn Slater gets to Dallas, I think they're going to take him. I look at Dallas. They're a team that notoriously values the offensive line early in the draft. Rashawn Slater's a guy that – well, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I was just going to say, Dak's coming off the major injury too, and you just gave him a massive contract.
Yeah. I think they're a team that notoriously values it. Like you said, Dak coming off the injury, you could plug in Slater any spot on that line. I think Dallas in this spot, if Slater gets to them, would take Rashawn Slater. I'm going to have Dallas take it Slater.
It makes sense. Well, here we go. Now, this is what you ran into earlier. It was Jalen Waddle. But it's the same thing here. I think on this board, the only two guys I can really see that I would say the Giants should go after. I see Ojulari's there at 17. And again, I think you're reaching at 11 for an edge. It's got to be Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith is like perfect for our scheme. And again, this size is a concern, but I just think that he's a safer pick than Micah Parsons, although I'm a Parsons guy. And I if it's up to me, I would prefer Parsons over Devontae Smith, but I don't think that's what the Giants would do there. And I think that they would go Devontae Smith. And then again, maybe you go offensive line in the second round if you got a good offensive lineman there. But now you're looking at the offense and you got Sterling Shepard, you got Darius Slayton, of course, you got Kenny Galladay, you got Devontae Smith, you got John Ross, you got a healthy Saquon Barkley. The Giants offense can be extremely explosive with a guy like Devontae Smith to go with Sterling Shepard and Kenny Galladay. And I think with the Devontae Smith, the Giants offense can be really, really good. You would hope that the Giants offense would turn it around this year like the defense did last year. That's a possibility with a guy like Devontae Smith. So I like him there at 11.
Yeah, I thought I had Devontae Smith mocked to the Giants a long time ago. I think it's entirely possible he's going to be there when we pick. And in this spot, I think I would mock Devontae Smith as well if I was making that choice like you did. I see it's one of three players there for me in this exact scenario, and that's Devontae Smith. That's Micah Parsons, who in my heart, I honestly don't think they're going to take. Or it's Elijah Vera Tucker. But I think in the end they would go with Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Rolly, man, thank you very much. Oh, sorry, Beto. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the Eagles, Rob. What can we mess them up with?
No, I'm going to go with what I think they would do here.
They trade?
No, I think I know where I'm going here. But let me just read this real quick. He says, Rolly, man, thank you very much. He says, what up, Chris? The truest white boy homer. Okay. My dude, Bad Dog, one of the realest cats out there. I think you grew up in the hood. How y'all feeling? Bad Dog first. DMX Black Rob, now Shock G. What the blank is going on?
Shock G passed away? Digital Underground? I didn't know that he passed away. Rolly, it's funny that I did grow up in the hood. I did. But by the time hip hop came around in the 90s, I wasn't in it anymore, but I did grow up there when I was younger. But I just grew up in the 90s, man. So, I understand. I get it. But I love, Rolly, I love hip hop. That's my stuff. But yeah. And I love Digital Underground. They were great. I didn't know Shock G passed away. I knew Black Rob did a couple years ago. Whoa.
I remember Black Rob.
Yeah.
DMX
legend.
Number 12 for me, it's one of two players here for the Eagles. They definitely need help in the secondary. You got J.C. Horn there. I'm gonna go Micah Parsons to the Eagles. They never draft linebackers, but they desperately need one. He's a hometown kid. He went to Penn State. It's either Horn or Parsons. I'm gonna go Parsons to the Eagles.
Ugh, that would make me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, I'm not saying I want that, but that's what I'm gonna do.
No, and it's understandable. See, this is where it gets tricky for me because what the hell do I know about the Chargers?
They need line help. I'll tell you right now, they need
line help.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's the case,
you're looking at
what about Vera Tucker? Where is he on this?
He's 21. You're looking at Vera Tucker or Darisaw here.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot more about Elijah Vera Tucker than I do Darisaw. So I'd give them Elijah Vera Tucker there.
It's a good pick.
And I guess they could all use offensive line help, and they have a young quarterback like Justin Herbert. So it makes all the sense in the world to take him.
Vikings, to me, it's either offensive line or it's an edge. They also need offensive line help, but I think Kwity Paye fits their team very well. And maybe some people disagree with this. I like Kwity Paye to the Vikings. I think it makes a lot of sense. I've had a mock there for a while, so yeah, I'm going to go with Kwity Paye to the Vikings.
Somebody, I was thinking, listen, not to get off topic about Black Rob. I actually knew Black Rob's his attorney, one of his attorneys. That's the guy that passed away a few years ago, not Black Rob. His attorney passed away from a cocaine overdose.
Wow.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of, not Black Rob. I was thinking of his attorney because his attorney gave me a bunch of CDs. Said I work for all these guys. He's an entertainment lawyer. So
really,
that was his name was Jay Quattrini. Yeah, he was Black Rob's attorney. That's the guy I was thinking of, not Black Rob. I was thinking of his attorney passing away. Anyway,
Trey Crispy, thank you very much. Jones don't got the arm to hit Smith in stride. We'll find out this year if we get him.
I think he does. It's not about your arm strength. It's about placing the ball. And Jones is accurate enough to place the ball in front of Devontae Smith if he has time. I do think that Jones can. Sterling Shepard, he had a great year last year when he was healthy. he runs the same routes. You know, he's a slot guy, so I think Jones's arm strength is good enough.
You got the Patriots.
I do. Yeah, I'm going Mac Jones here.
I love it.
I don't know how deep if he's there at 15 and the Patriots don't have to trade up to get Mac Jones. I think that's a slam dunk.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And I think this pick's a slam dunk as well. Arizona, their number one needs a corner. J.C. Horn's the best player on the board. I'm going J.C. Horn to the Arizona Cardinals. Let's scroll down. Number 17, the Raiders are on the clock.
The Raiders.
Now, they lost like 2 or 3 offensive linemen in free agency. They could use an edge. They could use a linebacker. They go a lot of ways.
Yeah, I'm going to give them JOK.
It's a good pick.
You know, I think, again, and looking at this board, I just think he's probably the best available player out there. I'm sure I know that my brother-in-law, who's a Raiders fan, loves that guy. So for Herbie, let's give him JOK. Let's make him happy.
He also just, to me, seems like a player that the Raiders would take.
Yeah, exactly.
I could see it. I could see it. Continuing source of inspiration, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. He says, Black Rob and DMX had the song 24 Hours to Live. I remember that song. And they both died 24 years later, and DMX had a song called 4321, and he got hospitalized on 4321. Murder by numbers. Interesting.
That is interesting.
I'm up for the Dolphins here. Again, I'm not a Dolphins fan, but I'd imagine you want to help out Tua as much as you can.
Yeah.
You already got a wide receiver. Christian Darrisaw is still on the board. He's a good offensive lineman. They could go running back. I've seen a lot of people take Najee Harris here, but I think I'm gonna go line here for the Dolphins. Again, I'm not claiming to be a huge Dolphins guy. Maybe Dolphins fans disagree with me, but I would think they try to help out Tua here by getting another lineman. I'll go Darrisaw to the Dolphins.
Oh boy, what does Washington do here? No, they picked up a wide receiver in free agency.
Curtis Samuel, yeah.
Yep. So they got him and McLaurin. The quarterback situation's a disaster. And Antonio Gibson's a pretty good running back. Man. Kerrigan's getting up there in age. They do have Chase Young.
There's a couple of guys I like. One guy
like Barrymore, like
they have a good D line. One guy that is moving up mock draft charts, and I've seen a lot of. They definitely could use offensive line help first.
Yeah, they could, and I don't see any offensive lineman there.
One guy that I really like actually is what's his name? I think he's ranked a little. Tevin Jenkins. I really like out of Oklahoma State, but I could see Davis out of Kentucky, the linebacker. A lot of people think or Zaven Collins. Zaven Collins as well.
Because they've talked about again, I would hate Micah Parsons to fall tonight. I hate the idea of Micah Parsons going to one of our division rivals, especially Washington, because they're so damn dangerous. But seeing that you just brought that up, I do think that they could take Davis out of Kentucky. I think that they could definitely use a linebacker and to go with that amazing front, that they have. So yeah, give them Jamon Davis.
All right. He's really moving up mocks. Chicago. I'm gonna go with Bateman. I'm gonna go with Bateman to the Bears. Again, they could use offensive line help, but I like Bateman there. I think Bateman to the Bears could make sense opposite Allen Robinson. I like Bateman there. I'm gonna go Bateman to the Bears.
The Colts. This is where it gets tough, because what the hell do I know about the AFC?
I'll tell you right now, they need an edge. And they could use a tackle. They lost their tackle, but edge is probably
running back.
They got the guy they drafted last year, who's really good.
Jonathan. That's right.
Yeah,
they could use a tackle as well. I mean, Carson Wentz is a guy that gets, he's been injured a lot as well.
Jeremy, I agree. Bears need a quarterback. I just saw you in the chat, but the top 5 are off the board already.
Yeah. And again, I'm just going by, best available at this point as far as tackle goes. So give him, Cosme from Texas. Again, you're going to want to protect. You just went out there, you traded for Carson Wentz. You took on that massive salary. You're going to want the guy to be healthy. And the only way you're going to keep him healthy is by protecting him. And if they need offensive line help, then they're going to have to get it in the draft.
And Avery, man, thank you very much. We will be a joke if we give Parsons to the Eagles. Well, but a lot of people would say it will be a joke if we give Devontae Smith to the Eagles. So
Yeah.
in that spot, you got to pick one or the other.
Yep.
So,
And trust me, I wanted them both.
yeah,
But you can't do it, you know.
you can't take both.
Our best hope, Avery, is that the Eagles do what they normally do, and they would take Rashad Bateman in that spot. Man, that's what we got to hope. You know, Chris is smarter than Howie Roseman, so give Chris credit for
that. Titans on the clock. Titans definitely need an edge. That's their biggest need. You still have Azeez Ojulari on the board. You could definitely go there. Jalen Phillips still on the board. Joseph Asai still on the board. I'm definitely going edge here. Greg Rousseau, Jason. I'll go Azeez here. I'll go Azeez to the Titans.
Oh, boy, this is tough because the Jets, obviously, who do we have them taking at the beginning? Who did they take? Zach Wilson,
quarterback. Yeah.
This is tough because they need offensive line help. I don't think there's any doubt that they need offensive line help. They don't have a running back either.
I was gonna say,
and I'm telling you, man, Najee Harris is a stud. Yeah. He is so good. I'm giving the Jets Najee Harris, man.
I like that pick.
I think that you can get an offensive lineman in the second round, and you know, I love it. Harris is amazing, man. But then you got, you don't have to pay your running back and you don't have to pay your quarterback. The Jets kind of doing it like that. I guess this is what the Giants said. We just went running back first and then quarterback, but the Jets are get their running back and the quarterback of the future in the first round of the 2021 draft. You work on the offensive line from there. And Najee Harris is all you got to do is type in Najee Harris, and the first thing you're going to see is one of the most ridiculous runs you've ever seen in your life. That's the way the kid played all the time in Alabama.
Yeah,
I absolutely love Najee Harris.
Oh, he's
the Jets fans would be absolutely pumped if they could get Zach Wilson and Najee Harris in the first round.
It's a good pick. Let me just read this real quick. Thank you so much. Continue your shows of information. Can Parrott or Solder kick into the guard this year? Definitely not Solder. I feel like if you could play tackle, you could play guard, and both those guys are starting caliber players, in my opinion. I would say definitely not Solder. He's played tackle his entire career. He didn't play last year. He's like 6'8". I don't see it. And maybe Parrott. Parrott's got super long arms. I think he's better built to play tackle. If I had to pick one, I guess Parrott. I would be shocked if Solder plays guard. Steelers on the clock, and normally I go Creed Humphrey here because they need a center desperately.
Yep.
They just lost their center. I don't know their tackle situation, but I think Tevin Jenkins is really good.
Oh, you're taking my pick. I was going to give him to Jackson.
I think Tevin Jenkins is really good. I don't know. Yeah, I know they're both 6'7", Alvin. I just don't see Solder. He played his entire career at the tackle spot. I think Tevin Jenkins is really good. And again, I don't know their tackle situation. I know their center situation. I will go Tevin Jenkins to the Steelers. Tevin Jenkins to the Steelers.
Okay. You get those super chats for you.
And Avery, man, thank you very much. Philadelphia is notorious for screwing the pooch. It makes me nervous that they're considering the same wide receivers. Give them Smith or Waddle or a golden platter. And John McNeil says quarterback to Pitt Mills. You think that 6 quarterbacks go in the first round? You would have taken a quarterback there.
Interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah. I haven't seen that in many mocks, but they do need a quarterback.
We're gonna do for Jacksonville. We're gonna pair up Trevor Lawrence and his running back. We're gonna give him Travis Etienne. Okay. We'll do what we did with the Jets. Travis Etienne's another guy, just a great overall back, amazing at Clemson, and obviously you're gonna have a lot of familiarity there. And I think that could certainly help. Obviously Jacksonville again. I think that you can get offensive line in the second round and start to build it from there. But again, you got your future quarterback and your future running back, and they played together at Clemson. So obviously they know each other very well. And Etienne can do a lot of different things. He can receive out of the backfield. He's a great running back. There's no doubt about that. He's been in Heisman contention, as is not actually. Did Najee Harris win the Heisman? No, Smith won the Heisman, but Harris was a favorite to win the Heisman too. But yeah, Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence.
Harris. Trevor Lawrence.
Etienne Trevor Lawrence going to reunite in Jacksonville.
Somebody said they already have James Robinson. No.
Well, James Robinson ain't Travis Etienne. I can tell you that much right now.
And thank you very much, Jonathan. I appreciate it. He says, sorry to interrupt your flow. I got to say, you killed the – yeah, I was on an NFCS podcast earlier today. We did a 6-round mock draft. Those first 2 picks, imagine the defense with the second. Yeah, Giants fans would have been ecstatic with my mock draft, I think, today on that podcast. Well, not ones that want wide receivers, but I ended up trading down to 13, and I got Micah Parsons. And then in the second round, I got Jalen Phillips. And then I went offensive line heavy. I got Ben Cleveland late. And I got, who else did I get? I got 2 offensive linemen. I can't remember what the next 2 picks. But, yeah, I think Giants fans would have been happy with that mock. And I appreciate it, buddy. And LA Lou says, when you get to the Rams, we need center, inside linebacker, and cornerback. I don't know if we're going to get to you guys. I don't know if you pick. We're only going up to the Giants' second-round pick. But we'll see if we get to you guys. Brown's on the clock. This, to me, is one of 2 players. It's either Greg Newsome or Christian Barmore. I've had Barmore going to Cleveland a lot in these drafts. They could definitely use a defensive tackle. I think he's the best player on the board. I love Christian Barmore. I think he's better than this, but because he's a DT, he dropped a bit. I'm going to go Barmore to the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, man. So Baltimore could definitely use a wide receiver. They don't really have a lot of wide receivers.
I'm with you on that.
What do the wide receivers look like?
Terrace Marshall,
see, it's a reach.
I like Terrace Marshall. I always have him to Baltimore.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was going to say, there's no doubt. I mean, Lamar Jackson can definitely use wide receivers there. And I think that if Terrence Marshall's there, that would be the guy that they would go to. They have Hollywood Brown. They got a bunch of nobodies. And I wouldn't even say Hollywood Brown is fantastic. I mean, obviously, again, sooner buys. I like Hollywood Brown, but he's not. He's just an explosive guy. He's not like an overall wide receiver. I think Terrence Marshall's a guy. They definitely need a wide receiver there, in my opinion. And I think Terrence Marshall would be a good fit for Baltimore in that spot.
The reason I think he's such a good fit for them is he's 6'4". They don't have that type of receiver on that team. And
Right.
You look at the type of quarterback they have, Lamar Jackson. Like 2 years ago, I think he had like 36 passing touchdowns. I think like 32 came in the red zone. So you're talking about a quarterback who desperately needs a red zone target. They don't really have that there outside of the tight end. So I think Terrace Marshall's such a good fit for that team. I would actually be surprised on draft night if they don't take Terrace Marshall. I think it's such a good fit.
Right.
Saints on the board. I think the Saints could use a corner. I'm almost positive they could use a corner. Somebody in the chat correct me if I'm wrong, because if they can, I think I'm going Greg Newsome here to the Saints. I'm pretty sure they could use a corner, and I like Newsome here to the Saints if that's the case. I think Newsome makes sense here to the Saints. I think they could use a corner. Pretty sure. Unfortunately, this site doesn't show the needs, but I'm pretty sure they could use a corner. A lot of people says linebacker with them as well. I know that's like the primary need, but it's either a linebacker or a corner here for me. I think a corner is needed. I'm going to go with Newsome. The thing with Farley, the injury thing, I think could make him drop. I'm going to go Newsome to the Saints.
All right, Green Bay. Now, I don't know what Green Bay needs a lot of. I mean,
linebacker. They could use a corner as well.
Yeah, obviously their offense is pretty good, but if they could use a linebacker, then I think you got to go Collins here.
He's a good player.
Yeah, I think that they'd have to go Collins there. If they're short on linebackers again, how much do I see Green Bay play? Not very much. I mean, I don't have the NFL football package, and I don't get to sit around all Sunday and watch every NFL game. That would be awesome if I could do that. But yeah, if they need a linebacker, then David Collins makes all the sense in the world for them there.
Yeah, I like linebacker there. The one guy that I keep, and I don't see a lot of people having this mock, I'm going to stick with it. And if I'm wrong on draft day, I'm wrong on draft day. The one guy I've had the Bills going to in almost every mock I've done so far at 30 is Pat Freiermuth. I look at that offense, and the one weapon that I think they're missing is a tight end. And Freiermuth is an all-around tight end. Last year, I think they were bottom 4 in the league in terms of yards per reception out of the tight end spot. They're pretty completed every other area on the offense. They have a good offensive line. I like Freiermuth to the Bills. I haven't seen a ton of people mock that. but I like Fryermuth to the Bills. I'm going to go Fryermuth.
Again, man, what does Baltimore do here? What the hell does Baltimore need?
Well, they just gave up a tackle.
Baltimore's pretty complete. They did just give up a tackle. Well, I'm looking at that board. I'm looking at Alex Leatherwood. I mean, they did just give up Orlando Brown. So I guess they would have to replace him, you would think. Yeah, I'd go Leatherwood there.
Yeah, Eichenberg's another possibility, but we'll go Leatherwood here. The Bucks are like super complete.
They really are.
Everything I hear about them, most people seem to think they want to go edge. And it's either probably Jason Away or Greg Rousseau or Joseph Asai here. Even though they don't even really need an edge. I mean,
they really don't need much of anything.
They're super complete. They could go Caleb Farley too. He's still on the board. I'll go Jason Away. His numbers were off the charts. Maybe they see upside there. I'll go Jason Away to the Bucks, but the Bucks are like super hard to mock for because they're such a complete team.
Yeah. Well, when you win the Super Bowl, it usually is because they're a complete team.
Yeah. Jacksonville back on the clock at 33. And I think you took a running back last time in a quarterback.
I did, because I didn't know that they even had a running back. What the hell do I know about Jacksonville? When the hell have I ever watched a Jacksonville? Is Jacksonville even on national television last year? Seriously, I live in New York. How many Jacksonville games am I going to see?
Team needs right above. I did not see that. Team needs for Jacksonville. They need a quarterback, which you took. A safety. There's a good safety still on the board.
Yes, there is.
Tight end, running back. So you did take a running back.
Yeah.
And a defensive tackle.
Yeah. Safety, then they got to go Mooring there. Mooring, I think that, he's just the best available safety. So I'd give him them. Why not? See, they need a running back. I'm not that crazy.
I've seen him go a lot in the first round, actually. Muir, a lot of mock drafts recently. Tyler, man, thank you very much. Team needs is right up. Yeah. Oh, I just read that. Yeah. Thank you very much. Jets. Do the Jets? I think the Jets could use a corner, right? And if they do, I think I'm going to go Caleb Farley here to the Jets. Yes, that's their third biggest need. I am going to go Caleb Farley here to the Jets. I think you're getting good value here. This is a guy that was thought to be a top 10 to 15 pick before the recent injury concerns came out. I'll go Farley to the Jets here at 34. Falcons on the clock. You there, Bad Dog? Are you muted? Oh, hold on. There you go. You were muted for some reason. Now
you're just doing that. What I was saying about the running back, it's very rare in this day and age that you just have a running back that's just the number one running back, and that's it. They don't split carries or have series off or whatever. So a lot of teams imply that two running back situation. What else is Jacksonville, or what do the Falcons need besides everything?
Falcons' biggest needs, according to this, are quarterback, which we did not draft. We traded down. Yeah. Safety, running back, cornerback, and a guard. We took a cornerback at 9.
Yeah, we took Surtain for them.
Yeah, we took a cornerback at 9.
Let's think of the guards for them.
Let's see. Got Wyatt Davis.
Yeah. I think that'd be pretty good for Atlanta. And again, because no matter how long Matt Ryan's there, you're going to want to set up the future quarterback. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would give them Wyatt Davis. I mean, it may be a little bit of a reach there, but
I don't think it is.
Linemen are extremely important. And again, they're going to have a young quarterback there very soon. You'd want Wyatt Davis. You want to get some guys with some experience when you do get that young quarterback in there. So, yeah, give them Wyatt Davis.
All right. Dolphins took a wide receiver and a tackle, first 2 picks. And that was their 2 biggest needs. Now we got a running back, center. If they need a center, I'm going Creed Humphrey. I mean, I think he might be one of the best players still on the board. They could use it. I have in a lot of mocks, I have Creed going to the Steelers in the first. I'm going to take Creed to the Miami Dolphins.
Let's see how I can mess the Eagles up. Let's say the wide receivers for Philadelphia, since we gave them Parsons in the first round.
Parsons in the first round.
Let's see the wide receivers for Philadelphia.
Tony.
Kadarius Toney. I think that's easy. They need a wide receiver really bad. They took the best line, the best defensive player in the draft at number 12. And I think if Kadarius Toney is there at 37, that makes all the sense in the world. If they don't get the wide receiver in the first round and Kadarius Toney is there, there's no doubt they need wide receivers in the worst way. And I think they'd have to go that route.
There's so, and it's a good pick. There is so many good edges dropping. And I'm looking at these team needs, and Cincinnati, they only had one pick, right? They took Penei Sewell.
Yes.
They don't need an edge, according to this. They need a wide receiver, a guard, a tight end, and a defensive tackle.
Chris, if Eagle fans look at this draft, they're going to ask if we can draft for their team.
I just see Jalen Phillips is still there. Greg Rousseau is still there. Joseph Asai is still there. I just don't see all these guys dropping. Let me see the wide receivers here. And again, I don't know Cincinnati. I'm not a Cincinnati fan. I don't think Jalen Phillips is going to drop much further, and I just think he's the best player on the board. I think the upside is too high. I'm going to take him here, and it may not even be a big need of theirs. I'm going to take him here. Jalen Phillips to the Bengals.
All right. Let's see the needs for Carolina here.
Carolina team needs. They need quarterback, cornerback, tackle, safety, linebacker.
They need a lot. Well,
what did they take in the first? They took
I mocked him to the Giants in the only mock draft I did. I never got to do extra mock drafts. And to be honest with you, it was like, I like doing them, but at the same time, they take a lot of time. And I'm like, how many of those can you do? And everything's speculation. Like I said, it's like foreplay. Foreplay is great, but sometimes you just got to get to it, man. So I'll give them Kelvin Joseph out of Kentucky. I think that he's pretty solid. He's got good size. He has a lot of good technique. The only thing I saw about him that's a little iffy is he backpedals a lot, which is going to get you killed in the NFL. But I mean, everybody's got a weakness that you can work on. But if they need a cornerback, I think that Kelvin Joseph would be a pretty good pick for them there.
All right. I'm on the clock here with the Broncos. They need an edge. It's their second biggest need, according to this. And Greg Rousseau's still on the board. Joseph Asai's still on the board. And I'm going to go with one of them. I'll go with Joseph Asai here to the Denver Broncos. And now you got the Detroit Lions. We took Jalen Waddle in the first.
I would probably give them Greg Rousseau at this point. I just think that at this point he's the best available player. And again, I think you're going to start seeing edge rushers come off the board at some point. They have to. And if he fell all the way to 41, I don't think that's certainly not a reach. I actually think that's a steal because I could see Greg Rousseau going at the back end of the first round. So if he's there at 41, they could definitely use him.
All right, we'll go Greg Rousseau. I'm just reading the board, Dave. I'm not a Broncos fan. It says their team needs, second biggest need is an edge. And I know they got good edge rushers over there, but Von Miller is old. Yeah. Von Miller, how old is Von Miller now? 33, 34? Yeah, he's getting up there in age. So I don't think it's crazy to take an edge there if you really like one. Obviously they got Chubb, but Von Miller's
this is the thing though. People are always like they don't need.
And it's a second round pick.
They may have more pressing needs, but everything's a need. You need depth in the NFL. You need depth.
It's a second round pick.
Yeah. So regardless, I mean, look at us. Saquon Barkley went down. You would say we don't need a running back, man. We got Saquon Barkley, but if that could happen to anybody at any time, you obviously don't plan for that, but you never know.
Giants on the board. This is gonna be our last pick. Then we're gonna do another simulation. We took Jalen Waddle in the first. No, I'm sorry, Devontae Smith in the first.
Yep, Devontae Smith.
And I think we both agree the biggest need is the interior offensive line. Now the question is who's there. You got center Quinn Meniers, you got Landon Dickerson, guard Trey Smith, Ben Cleveland, and tackle. Eichenberg's probably the best available. So that's your offensive line there. Definitely possibilities. I'm probably leaning Dickerson here if I'm going to go line. Dylan, man, thank you very much. Tana, you see the GOAT take a fat, but oh yeah, 15 Ks, complete game, my man. Love it. I'm probably leaning Landon Dickerson here if I'm going to pick offensive line here. Edge, Carlos Basham, Ronnie Perkins, Joe Tryon's a guy I like. Those are all possibilities there. And I think that's it. I don't think I'm even considering any other position, but I'll look at best available. To me, it's either edge or interior offensive line here. I just look at the interior offensive line here, and I don't even want to gamble that I'm not going to be able to get a solid one in the second round. You don't know where these guys are going to go. So with all that being said, I just think it's too big of a need here. I still think I could get a solid edge rusher in the third. Even if those three guys go off the board, I could get a guy like Weaver, or I could even get a guy like Quincy Roche. So I'm going to go for need here, and I'm going to go with Landon Dickerson. I also think he should be ranked higher than 59. The issue with him is he's had injuries, but he's a first-round talent. I'll go Dickerson here to the New York Giants.
All right.
And that's our mock. We're going to do another simulation here. I'm going to let Baddog just do a 6th round. We're going to let him have his way. Then I'm going to have my way. And then we're probably going to close it out shortly after that. But, yeah, that's our mock. In this mock, the Giants, we'll do it real quick. We'll go through it. Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, 4 quarterbacks, top 4, Penei Sewell, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Kyle Pitts, Patrick Surtain, Rashawn Slater, Devontae Smith went to us, Parsons, Vera Tucker, Pay, Mac Jones, J.C. Horn, J.O.K., Christian Darrisaw, Davis, Rashad Bateman, Cosme, Oljari, Najee Harris, Tevin Jenkins, Travis Etienne, Christian Barmore, Terrace Marshall, Greg Newsome, Zayvon Collins, Pat Fryermuth, Alex Leatherwood, Jason Away, Trevon Murick, Caleb Farley, Wyatt Davis, Creed Humphrey, Kadarius Toney, Jalen Phillips, Kelvin Joseph, Joseph Stye, Greg Rousseau, and we got Landon Dickerson. So that's what we did for this one. Let's
get on board with it. I can deal with that, except for Parsons going to Philly. I can't deal with that, Chris. That can't happen. We know, like I said, our draft for Philadelphia got them Micah Parsons and Kadarius Toney.
Yeah,
the Eagle fans are gonna, like I said, they'll look at that and go, "Oh, okay, Chris and the Baddog need to draft for us." The hell with Howie Roseman. Seriously, because you know Howie Roseman's gonna mess that up.
Let's give Baddog a spin. He's gonna get to make every pick for the New York Giants. I'm not gonna have any input.
All right, let's see.
Let's look at the first 10 picks. Okay, well before.
Okay, give Kyle Pitts. I don't know how he falls, but I don't give a damn. To my guy. Kill me in the chat. Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts. There you go. Kyle Pitts.
That's not even, I don't even think about
that. I'm looking at who's there. I've got to see the top 10 because Slater is there, Devontae Smith is there, Kyle Pitts is there, and Micah Parsons is there.
Trevor Lawrence at Carolina.
Darrisaw. I mean, it's not going to happen, but
no,
I mean,
it's not going to happen. But
is it possible they could prefer him to Slater? Maybe.
There's no doubt. I've said the whole time, if Kyle Pitts fell to the Giants, I'm taking him.
They had Justin Fields going to the Lions. They just traded for Jared Goff.
See that? No, they just traded for Goff. Unless they plan on Justin Fields ain't going to the Lions. But
all right,
Kyle Pitts.
Let's give you Kyle Pitts. I've
been saying that the whole time, so I'm not going back on that.
And Irish Rover, man, thank you very much. Guys, based on Dave Gettleman's press conference, I get the feeling they are looking for a linebacker. Parsons to the Giants. Love the stream, and I really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. And, yeah, man, we'll see, man. And I don't know what made you feel that way, but we'll see. Well, they did say immediate impact player. Maybe that's where you got that from. He would definitely be one of the immediate impact players potentially on the board for us. All right, let's take a quick look. I don't even want to look at trades because
I wouldn't take that anyway. I don't need a 22 fifth. So let's look at the linemen that are available here.
All right. Well, Wyatt Davis pops off the page there. He's in the best available, but let's see the rest.
Well, I didn't even see him. So I would definitely go Wyatt Davis.
Wyatt Davis, Quinn Meniers, tackles. You got Leatherwood still. In terms of what do we take? Well, you took
I took Pitts.
you took Pitts, so you could be looking edge here. Greg Rousseau still on the board. Jalen Phillips. You want to go Wyatt Davis?
Yes, I would take a hog there.
Okay, we're going Wyatt Davis to Baddog here at 42. Can't go wrong there.
No.
And Andrew Thomas, man, thank you very much. Who would you want at 11 if Smith and Waddle? Oh, Smith, Waddle, or Parsons? If you're asking me, Andrew Thomas, I'm going to be happy with either one of those. If the character concerns completely check out, I would lean more towards Parsons, but I'm going to continue to say I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Giants are going to lean with a wide receiver if it's between those two. That's my honest prediction. And I would completely understand it if they did.
Let's take a look at the edge rushers here at 76.
Quincy Roche is probably the best available.
I don't know if I would take him at 76.
Let's go to all your best available. You got a running back, Michael Carter out of North Carolina, Diami Brown, but you already got a wide receiver. Oh, you got a tight end.
I took a tight end. So I saw that St. Brown went to that Colts at 62.
Yeah, I like him.
St. Brown. Now, boy, it gets tough now.
You want to look at individual positions?
Yeah, let's look at. Did we look at edge? Did I look at the edge rushers?
Yeah, I think he did. But
Quincy Roche was the best one there. What about linebacker?
Dylan Moses.
Dylan Moses is supposed to be pretty solid.
Yeah, I like him.
I know you're a big fan of Dylan Moses.
Tyson Campbell.
Yeah, let's go Dylan Moses there at 76.
It's not a bad pick.
Definitely use another linebacker, without a doubt.
Not a bad pick. All right, let's see who you get here in the 4th round.
I always like these. I just like doing these just to see what they mock to all the teams. Yeah, that Kyle Pitts falling to 11. That's a pipe dream. But I told you, I said it at the beginning of the stream, I would do a cartwheel. I can't even do one of 40. I love that guy.
No, I don't think anybody thinks Pitts is falling to 11 NFL.
No, he's not. But for the sake of this mock, he did. So we got to do that.
Here's what I'll say. If he falls to us in the next one, I won't take him just because we took him in this one to make it a little more realistic. Okay, you're on the clock.
Running backs, Chris. This is where I'd like to go for a running back.
First, let's look at your board. Tight end, guard, linebacker. That's what you've done so far.
Yeah.
You want to look at linebackers?
Running backs.
Oh, running backs. I'm sorry.
Running backs. Trey Sermon. I've said that a million times. So
do you want to look at anybody else? Or
just give me Trey Sermon.
Okay.
I don't need to look at anybody else. That's really the guy that I'm targeting for the Giants as a runner. We need a running back, man.
Yeah.
We need depth there. I'm not trusting Devontae Booker if Saquon Barkley gets hurt.
Okay.
Yeah. I freaking love Trey Sermon.
Yeah, I know you do. There's a lot of running backs I like though.
Yeah, I mean Chuba Hubbard's another one from Oklahoma State that's pretty solid. So
I really like Elijah Mitchell. He's got ties to our offensive line coach out of Louisiana, and I like Javian Hawkins. Those are two guys. If you're looking 6th round for a running back, those are two guys I like.
Yeah, and who's the other guy? Roundtree from Missouri. I like him too. So, but I just like I said, I mean, that could be my Sooner bias. I just really think Trey Sermon's just a perfect complement to Saquon Barkley.
Let's see where you're going to be leaning here. Let's go to best available. Aaron Banks is still there. I don't think he's going to get to you. He's a good guard prospect out of Michigan State. Yeah.
God, that's right. We don't have a 5th round pick. I was going to say, where the hell are we here?
Yeah, you get 2 6ths.
2 6ths. I forgot we get 2 6ths.
And you're on the board.
96 is a long ways away.
Now, okay. Any position you want to be looking at?
Corner. I always like corner depth.
Benjamin St. Juste, Trey Brown.
Again, there's my boy Trey Brown. Yeah, let's take a look at that. And again, in my mock draft, I liked. I wouldn't take him here, but I did think Kane Doe would be a high upside guy that You know, he's got a lot of athleticism. He's very raw, obviously, and he needs a lot of work. But just looking at what our coaching staff could do, if Kane Doe is willing to learn, I think that he can be a high upside guy. I just wouldn't take him at 196. If he was there with our last pick, I would. Although I do think that I took him at 196 in my mock.
Yeah. I like him too. I've looked into him. I don't know how well he fits our scheme, but I did. I almost mocked him in one of my mocks too. I looked into him.
It's tough down here, man, because it doesn't even matter. No matter what you do in a mock draft, and no matter what the Giants do in the real draft, somebody's gonna be like, "Why don't you take him? Why don't you take him?" It doesn't matter, You want
to go corner?
Let's take a look at the. Let's go Trey Brown there.
Okay.
I do like Trey Brown a lot.
And last pick, what position you like here?
Again, let's take a look at. I mean, this
is overall.
Yeah, let's just take a look at everything there. I mean, we could definitely use a defensive tackle. Taquan Graham wasn't too bad for Texas. God, it's at this point, like I said, man, this is just.
Yeah, you're throwing darts at the board.
You really are throwing darts at the board. So,
you want to go with your guy out of Florida State?
He's still there. I didn't take an edge, did I?
I don't think you did.
I think I took an edge or a tackle.
You did not take an edge, no.
Let's go Kane Doe there. I mean, like I said, I mocked him there the first time, so.
I don't know what just happened. I just got knocked out. But we know your mock. You took Kane Doe there. I don't know what just happened there.
That's all right. Listen, I got Kyle Pitts. Chris, my draft was a win. Like Mike Ditka, put the wig on and smoke a cigar and say I won the draft. I got Kyle Pitts at 11.
Real quick, you went Kyle Pitts. You went. Who'd you get in the second? You went. You went Wyatt Davis.
Yep.
Third, you went with Dylan Moses. Fourth, you went with Trey Sermon.
Yes.
And then you went with the corner that you like out of Oklahoma.
Yep.
And Kane Doe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's rock and roll. Giants on the clock. I'm going to do a quick 6-round mock draft for you guys and what I would do. And so far, so good. Looks like until I saw Mac Jones go to Detroit, looked like a pretty realistic mock.
It's mock Kyle.
Yeah, I forgot to pick my team.
It's okay. See that? Look at it. I did the same thing I did. It took Kyle Pitts.
There we go. Good thing we didn't do that because I don't want to take Pitts again. I want to do something different.
Yeah.
So hopefully it doesn't mock Pitts dropping to us again. Let's see. Lawrence, Wilson, Fields, Sewell, Waddle, Smith, Chase, Slater.
It is going to do that.
Oh, my God. I'm not taking Pitts. I know the chat's going to want me to. I'm not taking Pitts again.
Would you do that trade?
Yes. In this scenario, because I'm not taking Pitts because we just took Pitts.
Trey Lance is still there. That's why Chicago wants to make that trade.
Let's do a trade.
Mac Jones.
Let's do a trade down. But the thing that I don't like, I'm going to counter just because. I mean, I love this trade in real life, but it doesn't do anything for me in this draft.
Right.
Because it's giving me a future first.
Yeah.
So I'm going to counter. I'm going to take away the future first. I'm going to ask for 52. Do you think I get away? No. 52 and 83? Let's try it. Accepted.
There you go.
All right, we got 52 and 83 in addition to 20. All right, Pitts went to the Chargers. Let's see what we get here. There's a trade down, and Micah Parsons is still there.
Yeah, that's a dream scenario.
And I think I'm not saying it's likely, but I actually think that's possible because of his character concerns.
Yeah.
And Elijah Vera Tucker's still there. Oh my God. I'll take Parsons. I know the chat's going to make me take Parsons. I'll take Parsons. We're going to go Parsons here at 20. That's our first pick.
That would be amazing.
Him or Vera Tucker, if either one was there at 20, that's
especially we're getting another pick, a first-round pick from Chicago. Obviously, in this draft, you got second and third, but
yeah, because I redid it. But now we got a ton of picks,
which we could use.
Yeah, we can. 42. All right, so we got our linebacker. I'm looking at either a wide receiver, which Kadarius Toney's still there.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, we have more picks now to potentially take offensive linemen.
Yes.
So Kadarius Toney's there. I'm not in love with Trey Smith. Quinn Miniers. I love Tony. I am a big line guy, but I love. Oh, Jalen Phillips is still there too. Yeah. But we already got. You
got Parsons.
We got Parsons. Parsons isn't an edge,
right? But it's defense.
But it's defense. I'm gonna go with Tony. I love Tony. I'm gonna go with Tony here at 42.
Yeah.
I think he's the exact type.
But Jalen Phillips.
Yeah. But I would have been happy with either one of them. Let's reject.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Why is it? Oh, we're up again at 52.
Yeah, because the Bears.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Now I think we're gonna go line. Ben Cleveland, a little reach here. I'm going Landon Dickerson. Let me just make sure. Basham. Yeah, I'm going Landon Dickerson. We're gonna get our center or / guard. Dickerson could play on the interior offensive line. Love that pick there. We're going Hogs, boys. St. Brown, there he goes. So we already got, what do we got?
Yeah, they got St. Brown. Like I said, when I did my mock draft, they had him under St. Brown falling all the way down to 76, which is where I took him in the draft.
All right, we're on the board here at 76 now, and then we're going to have another pick at like 80-something after the
83, yeah. I think it was 83.
I love Milton Williams. I absolutely love Milton Williams. I've had him mocked to us. He's a D tackle, but he put up the same numbers. He actually had put up better numbers at his pro day than Aaron Donald did. The guy is a freak athlete out of Louisiana Tech. I absolutely love him. I might just take him here at 76. But let me see what else we got here. Michael Carter, running back, Josh Myers, Amari Rogers. Let me take a look at the tackle prospects. Walker Little, center prospects, Josh Myers, Ben. I like Ben Cleveland, but we might be able to get Cleveland at 80, whatever.
Right, 83.
We already got a wide receiver, right? We took Tony. So yeah, I this is one of my personal favorites in this draft, and I would be very happy if the Giants selected him. I think he'd fit very well on our defensive line and could easily be a future starter for this team. I'm going to go Milton Williams out of Louisiana Tech. I like the value here. I still got Nick Bolton there, but we already took a linebacker, so not taking him.
Parsons, yeah.
I'm going Milton Williams.
Linebacker.
Yeah, well, I see everybody saying Nick Bolton. I'm not taking Nick Bolton. We took Micah Parsons.
Yeah, we took Micah.
All right, let's see. All right, now we're up at 83. And
Cleveland's probably still there.
Yeah. Let's take a quick look at. Yep, Ben Cleveland is still there. Who do we take so far again? We already got Dickerson. But you know what? I'm going to get another hog for the inside. I like Ben Cleveland. He's nasty. And another guy I freaking love is Kendrick Green. I want to take all these guys. And I still got to pick a 96. I'm going to go Ben Cleveland. I'll go Ben Cleveland.
You're like me with the running backs in the late rounds. Because I'm the same way. I like Roundtree. I love Sherman. And Chuba Hubbard at Oklahoma State.
When I take everybody's saying Nick Bolton, we're not taking we cannot take Nick Bolton. We just took a Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
What are you going to bench Blake Martinez? Let's see. All right, we're up now at 116. And let's take a quick look at who we took so far.
Because we need linebackers. You got to remember, we still have Lorenzo Cardinal or Shane Zemenis in this team, too.
We got Michael.
And not to mention Tay Crowder, Carter Coughlin, Cam Brown, Blake Martinez, Reggie Ragland we added. We got linebackers, guys. We got linebackers.
Especially after you had Parsons.
Right.
We got Parsons. Wow, what a draft this has been. Parsons, Tony, Dickerson, Milton Williams, and Ben Cleveland. I mean, here you could go anywhere. I mean, we've addressed – I mean, we really haven't gotten an edge rusher yet.
No.
You know. So I'm looking at the edge.
There's not a lot to – it's hard to find value for an edge rusher unless one of those guys falls to 42 and you really like them there.
Yeah.
If we were drafting in a late first round, it's probably a different story.
I like Monty Rice. He's a linebacker, though. We're not doing that. Let me see. Marcus. Jalen Darden's a guy I really like. Did we take? Yeah, we did.
Tony we took.
Yeah.
So it says we need good linebackers. I think that Micah Parsons would be a good linebacker. I think Blake Martinez is a pretty good linebacker.
I Baddog took Trey Sermon last time. I'm trying to do something different. I see everybody saying Trey Sermon. I think I could wait to the 6th and still get a solid running back. I took 2 interior offensive linemen, and Kendrick Green is still there.
Yeah.
I can't do it again, though.
Oh, Kyle Trask, Chris. Shake it up. Let's get Kyle Trask.
Let's see. Let's go best available. Kendrick Green, man. See, if we didn't double dip on the offensive line, I would definitely take Kendrick Green here. I'll go Sermon. I mean, we've filled in basically every other need. He's probably the best running back on the board. I'll go Sermon here.
I mean, like I said, I would love to get him in the 4th round.
There's just so many 6th-round running backs that I like, but in this scenario, we got extra.
That's I mean, you with the Hogs, it's like me with the running backs later in the draft. I like a ton of them. I mean, if they didn't go to Sermon and they were able to get a Chubomber in the 6th round or around trade in the 6th round, I'd be happy with that too.
And then in the 6th round, like you said, it's like throwing darts at a board.
It really is. It's just you hope you hit on some guys. And the Giants did last year. Like I said, Cam Brown, Carter Coughlin, Tay Crowder, they all had nice moments at some point for the Giants last year. Those were 6th and 7th round guys last year.
Yeah. Come on, let's go. Almost there. I cannot believe Micah Parsons fell to 20. I can't believe it.
I can't believe Kyle Pitts fell to 11 and everyone we did.
Yeah, maybe we'll do one more and we'll switch up the draft app. Somebody said to try, what is it? This is Pro Foot, maybe the Draft Network, I think they said maybe.
Yeah.
It's not, it wasn't PFF. Wow. Let's see. I normally take a running back in the 6th, but I already took one. We took a DT. Right here, you just take a BPA. So far, we took a linebacker, a wide receiver, a center, a defensive tackle, a guard, and a running back. We got 2 more picks. We could definitely use a cornerback like we've done in several of these late. And that's what I'll do. I'll take the same corner we've been taking. I'll take Trey Brown with the 1st. And let's take a quick look at the defense here. I like Taquan Graham, even though we took a DT already. I do like him. Let's see. Cornerback, linebacker.
There you go. I found a guy from Oklahoma that I'm not really high on. That was their safety.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what? I like him. I'm going to take him anyway. I like him. I'm going to take Taquan Graham here to the Giants at 201. So that's the draft there. That's the trade down scenario with the Chicago Bears.
I think that was the guy I took. No, I take Graham or Kendo there. I think I took Kendo.
You took Kendo, yeah. Let's see what we got. Let's get to the end. Come on. Hell of a draft, Lloyd says. We're going to see what it is in 1 second. I'm just waiting until the 6th round is up. And this was our draft. We traded down from 11 to 20, and we got the 52nd and 83rd pick from the Bears.
Yeah.
We took Micah Parsons at 20, Kadarius Toney at 42. Then we got Landon Dickerson to play the center spot. Milton Williams, a defensive tackle I really like, at 76. Ben Cleveland at 83 with the 2nd pick of the Bears. And then we got Trey Sermon for running back, Trey Brown, and Taquan. If they did that on draft night, I don't think there'd be many Giant fans that were upset.
I don't think so either.
I don't think there'd be many. And let's try the Draft Network mock simulator here. Let's see. We'll try something different. All right. You know what? Let's let the chat. Let's let the chat pick what type of mock you want us to do here for this last one. What type of mock do you want us to do here for this last one? Yeah, Slink. I went that was awesome trading down to 20 and getting those picks.
Yeah, definitely.
When I'm not doing a Jet, so it's going to be either all NFL or Giants related. But what type of mock do you want to see us do here? 2-round? You want to see a trade down mock? You want
Amazing guy. We did do one for all 32. We actually went through 42 earlier. We did do that once.
You want to see a 6-round Giants on PFF? See, I mean, we can do PFF if you want. All right, let's do it on every site. We'll do 1 6-round here, and then we'll do one on PFF, and then we'll call it. All right, let's do Giants. Next, number round 6, because we only have 6 picks. 6 rounds worth of picks. And we're going to start the draft. The problem I have, and I don't know about them because I've never done one on this site, but PFF, I feel like the rankings are way off. I don't like the way they do this. How do I get rid of this? How do I get rid of this ad?
There's a little X. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, then it shows up.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Interesting.
Can you scroll down at the top there?
Yeah, there we go. Okay. And Dylan X, man, thank you very much. Keep trading down. We're taking studs all over. I want it to be realistic. I want it to be semi-realistic. Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance. All right, it's not that crazy. It's not going to really affect the draft. Zach Wilson, Justin Fields. So 4 quarterbacks first 4. Penny Sewell, Jamar Chase. Okay, very realistic so far. Jalen Waddle, Rashawn Slater, Mac Jones. That's not crazy.
No.
Kyle Pitts.
Oh, God, I hope Dallas does that.
And now we're on the board at number 11. And in this scenario, I think Devontae Smith has not been taken.
Yeah, I was going to say probably between Devontae Smith and Micah Parsons again, right?
And I think last time we took Devontae Smith, so why would we change this time?
Right.
So.
Or it might have been Jalen Waddle. Either way, it was one of them and Micah Parsons, I think.
All right, let's go to – I hate this. All right, let's try this. Devontae Smith, 4th. All right, we'll take Smith.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, we're going to take Devontae Smith here at number 11. It's funny how these mocks, everybody had Devontae Smith going top 3.
Yep.
You know, like 2 months ago, and now he's dropping to 11.
It's
It's why mocks mean nothing early on.
They really don't. They're like I told you, it's like the weather. It's like the weather in New York. You don't like it, wait 20 minutes, it's going to change. You don't like a mock draft, wait 20 minutes, you're going to change it.
All right. Now this says that edge and cornerback. Cornerback is definitely not our 3rd biggest need.
No.
Like what? Like what?
No.
Let's go to
Hogs.
Yeah. Let's try the edge first. Yeah, Carlos Basham. And again, I'm going to look because their rankings may be way off. Carlos Basham, Ronnie Perkins. Greg Rousseau is ranked 53 for them. Joe Asai, Quincy Roche. And let's look at the Hogs. Why can't I get to interior offensive line here? I see interior defensive line.
Yeah, what the hell? I just see quarterback, running back, edge. What the?
That's why I never done it on the site, but I mean I could type in a player, but that's going to be tough once we get to like the 6th round.
What the hell?
Let's just do overall, I guess. Liam Eichenberg is available at the tackle. Landon Dickerson available interior offensive line.
They have Dickerson rated way higher than the other one did too.
Yeah, they do. I think he should be more around where they have him. Maybe in the middle. They have him. I would probably put him in like 40, 42, 43 area.
I mean, if you wanted to go that route, I would definitely get on board with that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with taking a center here. We'll go with that. We'll go with Landon Dickerson. I don't know why it's not letting me take a look at the.
It's probably cut off. I don't think it is, unless it's underneath that stupid ad.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, maybe I got to drag this down. I don't think so, though. Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't even know how to get rid of the ad. So because every time I exit out, it comes back to this.
Yeah. Stop seeing this ad.
Yeah.
Well, there's a click on that. See what it does.
Click on the ad.
See where it says stop seeing this. Oh, never mind.
Ad was. We'll try not to show the ad again. Ad closed by Google.
But get the banner off of there, Google. We don't care about the ad. We care about the stupid banner.
Oh, okay. You can scroll down. Okay, I got it now.
There.
All right. So we took a center and we took a wide receiver. So we want to look at edge.
Yeah.
Quincy Roche in the third. It's probably appropriate for him. That's probably the only guy I'd be interested in here. All right. Let's take a look at some other positions. Let's take a look at the interior defensive line. Tyler Shelvin's available. Ali McNeil's pretty good. And I'm not really interested in anybody else.
No.
Running back just for shits and giggles. Michael Carter.
They have Trey Sermon ranked a lot higher than the other one, too.
Oh, yeah. He is 94, yeah. Corner, Tyson Campbell, Poston, and Debo are good. I think we're going to go Jalen Mayfield. Wow. It's pretty good for this slate, Jalen Mayfield. Quincy Roche is not bad. What do you think here, Baddog?
I just think this one's a lot tougher than the other ones, man. The other ones seem like they were easy. But, I mean, we definitely need an edge. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah, I don't mind Roche here. I know
we took a receiver, we took a lineman, and I think edge is one of our biggest needs. So Roche at 76, why not?
Yeah, it's either him. For me, it's either you're taking a tackle here because I think you're getting
the Roche. I guess it would depend. I just did it by need, but again doubling up on the Hogs. Listen, I'm not a big offensive line guy, obviously, because I am, but I'm not. Like I like the impact players. I'm not saying the offensive line doesn't have an impact. But they're the most underrated, overlooked aspect of football. You still win the game in the trenches. Yeah. And to me, Daniel Jones it's the most important thing is to protect Daniel Jones. So if you wanted to go Cleveland there, or I'm sorry, Mayfield there, I would definitely go Mayfield.
I'm going to go Mayfield. I see no reason, no problem here going with a tackle here. Even if he's not going to start day one, even if he provides as a swing tackle in the future, it's a third-round pick.
Yeah.
It's depth on the offensive line. He could potentially transfer to a guard. It's just more insurance on the offensive line. I think
again, Solder's not going to be around because it might not just be for this year. You're looking at the future. Solder's not going to be around. Will Hernandez probably ain't long for this team either. So it makes sense.
I don't mind. I don't mind taking a tackle there at all. And now because we already got our wide receiver, now we got two offensive linemen. Now you go linebacker, you could go edge. We'll see who's there when we pick running back. We haven't gone running back in the sixth yet, so hopefully we do that this time. We have, so we could take a look at some 6th round.
Even if Sermon's there, we'll skip him because we've taken Trey Sermon every one. I think, or pretty much everyone. You might not have taken him the last time, but I think he did. I don't remember.
Let's see.
Hey, Cleveland taking Kyle Trask. That's interesting.
That is interesting. Let's go. Is this all? Let me see. Why is it? It's doing it again where it's not letting me. We got to pick a position first, and then it lets me do it. Yeah, there we go. What do we want to look at? What position again?
Edge.
Edge,
right?
Yeah. Edge. Okay. Edge. Patrick Jones, maybe out of Pittsburgh. He's not bad. Let me see the rest of them. Cooper I like, but more so a 6th round guy.
Right.
Let's see what else. Let's see. Running back, Ramondre Stevenson. Interior defensive line, Marvin Wilson. I like.
I'm guessing that's Osa's related to Owa.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
It's got to be. How many Diggy-Zuas are in the league? Dylan Moses is there, Chris.
Well, I like Moses. We didn't take a linebacker. I like Moses. I like Moses. Let's see the corners.
Trill Williams.
Let's take Will. I like Moses. Let's go Dylan Moses here. I like Dylan Moses. I like that pick. We didn't end up with an edge in this mock, but
No.
we certified the offensive line. We got
Again, I think where we're picking, it's the edge is difficult because the good ones aren't going to fall to 42, and then you're reaching again. You're reaching at 11. The perfect scenario is trading back with the Bears, and if Micah Parsons isn't there at 20, maybe you go, Ojolari there or Rousseau. You take one of them at 20. I think maybe that's the best case scenario to take an edge.
right.
Because other than that, I think you're reaching. Unless one of those guys happens to fall to 42, then it's a steal. But we're drafting in a weird spot for edge rushers in this draft.
Yeah. If we trade down, I think it's that we'd be in the right spot to take one. And we could potentially take one in the second. I don't remember who was there when we picked in the second, but I think we both felt like it was a good spot to take a lineman after we took a wide receiver.
Yeah.
So,
well, I saw Ronnie Perkins. That was about it.
Yeah. Jonathan, man, thank you very much. Random Baddog, are you going to have the same meltdown if Adoree Jackson ends up like Jenkins in the Tampa game? Hashtag shit fondue.
Jonathan, doesn't just need to be Adoree Jackson. It's going to be any of the corner. It could be James Brad. Well, I wouldn't call Bradbury that, but I wouldn't call him Shat Fondue, but I would get pissed. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. We give up. We score with like a minute to go and give up a lead again like that. Yeah, I'm gonna be upset. It's not gonna happen this year, Jonathan. We're gonna close these games out. We're going 10-7. Let's go, Giants! Come on, we're going 10-7 this year. Let's do it.
All right. Let's see. We could go for a running. Let's see running backs.
Williams is there.
Yeah,
he's pretty good.
I love Elijah Mitchell. They have him ranked low on this site. I'm gonna go with Elijah Mitchell. I love his ties to our coaching staff. Our new offensive line coach coached him at Louisiana. I like him. He rushed for over 1,100 yards. I think they have him ranked too low here. I like him in the 6th round. I'm gonna go Elijah Mitchell.
You definitely use a running back
out of Louisiana. And our last pick, let's see. You know what? Let's let the chat pick the last pick.
There you go.
What do you guys want to take here with our last pick? And then we'll do one on PFF because you guys asked about that. We'll get all the different rankings out. What do you guys want to take with the last pick? You tell me the position. You tell me the player. That's who we'll take. Who do you guys want to take with this last pick? I could show you all. Well, yeah, let's go to all so they could see it.
Someone said Waddle is overrated. I would love to know what they're basing that on.
These are best available players. I'll scroll down. Quarterback. We're not taking a quarterback. Big Daddy says punter. Maybe he's serious. He might be serious.
Matt Dodge.
Linebacker. I don't know what he just said.
Could use another corner. We didn't take a corner in this one.
Tony Fields. Malcolm Kuntz. All right, let's go to edge. Hold on. We didn't take an edge.
We didn't take an edge. Okay.
There he is, Malcolm Kuntz. You want Malcolm Kuntz? We'll go Malcolm Kuntz. Out of Buffalo?
Yeah, why not?
He's one of my best subs. Let's do it. He wants Kuntz, we'll go Kuntz. There you go. There's our mock.
It is.
And and he said it too. John McNeil just said Kuntz. There you go.
There you go, Johnny.
There you go. I did it before you donated. Malcolm Kuntz. We went with an edge rusher. We're going to check over the mock at the end of it. We'll see exactly who we ended up getting. By the way, I just want to say thank you to everybody for being here. Super looking forward to the draft itself.
Yeah.
But we don't have to keep doing these mocks. I love doing them. They're fun, but I want to know who we end up getting. We're going to be on Bad Dog's channel for that for day 1. And then days 2 and 3 will be back over here. So hopefully y'all come over for that. Thigh says, funny Bad Dog moment during Seattle versus the Giants game. Hey, Dana, Pete Carroll is hunched over all the time. You know what he needs to do? Stand up.
I forgot about that one, Thigh. That one, that was pretty good.
All right, so here's our picks. Devontae Smith. I think most people will be okay with that.
Yeah.
Landon Dickerson, grew up a Giants fan, interior offensive lineman, center. I like it.
Yeah.
Jalen Mayfield, good tackle depth in the 3rd round. You're getting the Hogs.
And again, we're gonna need a tackle because Solder ain't gonna be around much longer.
Yeah. We got Parrott, but you don't know. He's not a slam dunk at all.
Right.
Dylan Moses, the linebacker out of Alabama. I think that's pretty good value there at 116. Elijah Mitchell, a running back that I really like. He's a 6th round target of mine for the Giants if we go that route. And Malcolm Kuntz out of Buffalo. So there is the 6th round mock draft on the Draft Network. And now we're going to wrap it up with PFF.
PFF.
And Adam just came in and said, "You suck." I appreciate that, Adam. Thank you so much for coming in and letting us know.
Yeah. I'm sure Adam can do much better.
Yeah. Thank you, Adam. Really appreciate that, buddy.
I didn't see him, but yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, it's because it's still on either show or hide mode. Let's go to I don't know why they do that for the word suck. All right, let's go to normal speed. Giants 6th round mock draft. PFF.
PFF.
And we're gonna start it up. First pick, Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, Adam says I wasn't talking to you guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he must have been talking to Harrison. That's what I think he was talking to.
All right, let's take a quick look at the top 10. Parsons off the board. Here we go. Top 10. Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Kyle Pitts, Penei Sewell, Jamar Chase, Patrick Surtain, Trey Lance, Devontae Smith.
Wow, they had the Lions drafted another corner in the 1st round after they took Okudah last year. That's interesting.
I already could tell that Waddle's on the board. Let's look at our trade offers.
Oh, we got Dallas taking Micah Parsons. Please, no. I don't.
Trade offers. See, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Okay. Cardinals 16. Select the team.
Where else go? That little arrow.
Bears. The Bears are interested at 20. The Cardinals at 16. And I don't think we're going further than that. So
what else are the Cardinals offering there?
I don't know what they're offering. Maybe you get the pick.
Can you click on that little arrow? The little arrow down next to the 16? No, but that thing. Can you click on that?
Yeah, I think it just says that they're interested, and then you get to ask, maybe say what you want. Well, let's see who's on the board first, and then we'll see if we want to make a trade. Wow, Slater's still there. We haven't drafted Slater in any mock.
We haven't drafted Slater yet.
You know what? We have not drafted Slater yet, and I think it is a very realistic possibility.
Yeah, the only mock draft I did, I was taking him at 11.
Yeah, and we already took Jalen Waddle in another mock.
Yeah.
So let's go Rashawn Slater here.
Okay.
And let's see how it plays off from there. We're going to give the Eagles Jalen Waddle, but again, I think any sane Giants fan should not be upset if we get Rashawn Slater in the 1st round.
Right.
So let's go Rashawn Slater to the New York Giants at number 1.
Caleb Farley, Chris, so you're fine.
Wow.
That's about right for Howie Roseman, though.
I like it.
That'd be
If
great.
we get Slater on draft night, I'm going to be ecstatic. So let's see what we get in the 2nd round. Tony's off the board. Jason Away, Joseph Asai, Najee Harris.
Bolton went already.
Davis gone. Trask. All right, let's see what we got.
Who took Trask?
Did somebody did I say Trask?
Yeah.
Let me see. Denver.
Denver, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, Denver.
Yeah, keep pumping out those 2nd round quarterbacks.
Oh, Denver. Wow. We already took a lineman. I would have loved Kevin Jenkins in the 2nd.
Yeah, wow.
Davis, I like him.
What are our wide receiver options?
Let's see. Elijah Moore is the top one. He's a good player. Let's see. Diami Brown would be 2nd. A lot of people like him, but I think it's a little early.
Okay, there's nobody. Wow. Okay.
Let's see. Edge. Oh, let me get rid of the wide receiver. Ronnie Perkins is the best available edge.
Yeah, I like
Joe Tryon.
But we
I
did
like
take Ronnie already too in one of the drafts.
So what is it? Let's let the chat make this pick.
Yeah, chat. You guys make the pick.
You guys make the pick. What are you guys feeling here at number 42? Of course, we already took a lineman.
Is Creed Humphrey there?
Let me see. It's a good question. I don't know where PFF ranks Creed Humphrey. So, see, interior offensive lineman Landon Dickerson, Quinn here. Yeah, Creed Humphrey's still there.
Oh.
Ooh. We did take a lineman though.
That's true. We did. We did.
I
could double up with Creed though. Oh man.
I see a lot of people saying Elijah Moore, Perkins, Elijah Moore, Perkins. Yeah. Elijah Moore caught a couple of Humphreys.
Yeah.
Elijah Moore. We're gonna go Elijah Moore. We got a couple of Humphreys here.
Yeah, I see.
I think
Tony's gone. Amazing guy. Tony was gone. Tony was drafted.
Most people, I think, said Elijah Moore, so we'll go with Elijah Moore. We let the chat pick that one.
Well, I see Slink said, "Don't care, Creed Humphrey." I'd be in the same boat. I love Creed.
What did I
talking about Creed since we started this show 3 years ago?
There we go. We'll go with Moore here, but I agree with you. Especially if we didn't go line, I would definitely take Creed Humphrey there.
I'd be fine with both.
Elijah Moore's really good. He's a slot guy that would replace Shepard eventually. Yeah. And Dylan, man, thank you very much. Can you draft for the Eagles and pick a bunch of random unknown 7th rounders for every pick? That would make my night, and I will sponsor the channel. If you really want me to do that, I can do that in 2 seconds after this. If you really want me to do that, Dylan.
Yeah, our first when we did the mock draft for the first 42 picks, like I said, I think any Eagles fan would be thrilled what Chris and I did for them, getting the Micah Parsons and Kadarius Toney. Those are our picks for the Eagles.
Oh my God, Jamin Davis is still there. He will not be there on draft night at 76.
No, but you got to take him here.
Yeah, I think we do. I'm just looking, but I'm pretty sure we do. I forgot what we took. We took
a lineman and a wide receiver.
Lineman, yeah, we're taking him. I'm not even gonna look. He shouldn't be here.
No.
We'll take him. This is why, but PJ, thank you so much, man. Just got home from a 4-hour drive from Pennsylvania because I had a soccer game and see my 2 favorite YouTubers streaming. Let's blank and go. What y'all? We're doing a mock draft, man. We've done a bunch.
Yes, we have.
We've never done this before. Actually, it's the first time we've ever done.
Yeah, the first time we've done one. We'll have to do this every year before the show before the draft.
Yeah. But thank you for popping in, man. When do we call an NFL DNA? Well, I think we're going to call it tonight after this one. Maybe we'll have one quick fun one for the Eagles. 116 Giants on the clock. And we got there's your cornerback that you love is still there too. What is going on here?
How is Kelvin Joseph still there at 116? I mean, I would take him, but that's crazy.
PFF sucks. PFF is horrible. Let me go.
Does that surprise you, Chris? Does that surprise anybody in the chat? We all know PFF is straight trash, homie.
Let's go running. Let's take a look at the edges. Get rid of the tight end. Cooper's the best available. Really, wow. The edges fell off. I don't remember. Who did we end up getting so far? I can't even. We got Slater. We got Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
And who did we get with the last pick?
Oh God, who the hell did we get the last pick?
We got Davis, the linebacker.
Come on, Davis. Let's see what the running backs are.
Running back.
Najee Harris probably still there as far as PFF's considered.
Let's go to the edge. And the Khalil Herbert's pretty good. Chris Evans, Puka Williams, Elijah Mitchell. You get those guys later. Javian Hawkins later. Yeah, I think we can wait on running back.
Yep.
Let's see. I guess we'll go with your guy. I mean, he's not going to be there, but we'll go with him. He shouldn't be there right now.
Oh, Kelvin Joseph. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
God.
I've seen him going in the 2nd, 3rd round, so I doubt he'd be there.
Yeah, 116. I mean, come on, man.
Just like I doubt Collins would be there, but At least they got Tamori and Terry properly ranked here. He's going in the 4th. In the other one, he goes in the 7th.
Yeah.
That's all these mock draft sites. They're all over the map with their rankings.
They really are. It's crazy. How can they be so far apart?
It's crazy. It's absolutely insane.
I wonder who does that for these guys.
The way they should do it is where the people do it, and then they should make an average out of it. That's how they should do the rankings, like how the fans do the mocks.
They really should. I mean, we already seen that the New York Giants took the NFC roundtable idea from somebody on YouTube. Won't mention any names, but we already saw that. We know. And remember, Jordan Renan says we take their material. Yeah, right. I can't wait for the draft. Thursday, this weekend is going to be so much fun, man. I'm looking forward to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Irish Rover, man, thank you very much, man. He says, this is a great appetizer before the draft. I can't wait for the main course. Let's go, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait. And you're going to have a couple. I'll do a couple of those midday streams before the draft, but nothing's going to be like the draft itself. And Sabrina, what's going on? She says, hi, guys. What's going on? Slink says, everyone wants to be special and think theirs is the best, so they all just make up their own crap. Yeah, Slink, that's how it goes. Especially with PFF. I mean, they're literally all over the map.
Yeah.
Let's see. Running back, right? We haven't taken a running back?
No, we haven't taken a running back. For some reason, I thought our last pick was the 6th round pick.
No, fourth. Yeah.
I like Puka. We took Mitchell.
Let's
Puka and Stevenson are 2 guys I like there. We took Mitchell once, but
let's say Puka. The other guy,
trust me, Puka freaking destroyed Oklahoma, man. I still have nightmares about Puka running right through the damn defense a bunch of times.
This is another guy who has no business being here. This is why you got to look through the rankings.
Hilliard?
Banks. Aaron Banks is like a 3rd round, 4th round pick. I'm taking him. He had no business going in the 6th round, but we get a really good depth guard there in the 6th round.
Yeah.
No business going in the 6th, but that's a dream draft right there. We got a bunch of guys that should not be going where they went.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's because
a lot of great value in those picks.
We drafted on PFF. That's why.
That's true. Yeah. PFF had Lawrence Taylor dropping in the 2nd round in 1981.
Let's take a quick look. We got a B minus for Rashawn Slater. Yeah, okay, PFF. An A for Elijah Moore, a C plus in the 3rd round.
Yeah, I told you it doesn't matter what we pick. PFF is going to rate the Giants terrible anyway.
This guy's going in the mid 1st round in some mocks I've seen as of late.
That's C plus.
Kelvin Joseph, 2nd or 3rd round corner, C plus.
Yeah.
Puka Williams got an A minus, and Aaron Banks, who should be going in the 3rd or 4th round, got an A minus. Overall, we got a B plus.
No, I guess that's okay.
You know what PFF does from what I've seen on Twitter? If you draft all quarterbacks, if you draft 7 quarterbacks, they give you an A on every pick. It's true. So there you go. That's our PFF mock.
Somebody just said in the chat, you just said Chris PFF's broken. You can't draft all quarterbacks and get an A plus.
What happened?
Yeah.
I saw it on Twitter. Yeah. But there you go. Henry, man, thank you very much. With the 12th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select EDP 445.
Fits the team.
Yeah, he's fitting to be the face of their franchise.
He really is.
He's fitting to be the face of their franchise. And if they were going to take a lineman, he'd probably be the guy. I mean, he would be tough to push around. But
not if you saw him box. You would know he'd go right off his feet in a heartbeat.
Faruqi, stand up. The official sponsor of the channel. Good drafts. Appreciate it, T-Boy. We're going to close this out in like 5 minutes. What number did Bateman go? I X'd out of the mock. I didn't see. But in our mock where we controlled it, I think we had Bateman going 20 to the Bears.
Bateman went early for us.
Yeah, he went 20 to the Bears. But I had an absolute blast doing this. First time we've done a mock. Gucci Lopez. Yeah, it is over. Gucci Lopez. It is over. Mm-hmm. The storm is over, so you don't got to sit through it anymore if you don't want to.
Right.
KP says this was great, y'all. Appreciate it, man. Good draft, my man. I appreciate Evan Spitzberg. But yeah, Bad Dog, I had an absolute blast doing this. I know the mock drafts, maybe some people.
Real quick. I mean, it's Friday night, so whatever. I gotta get. You want to do a quick Eagles one? I see a lot of people in the chat saying,
Sure. What do you want to do? What do you want?
Let's do an Eagles one for the best subscribers and supporters on YouTube. Let's screw the Eagles draft up. Let's go.
What do you want to do? PFF or which one do you want to do?
I don't care. Don't give PFF any shine. Screw them.
Yeah, let's do the draft.
Here's the first one we used. I like that one the best.
I did too, I think. Let me just make sure I do. I don't remember if it was the Draft Network. No, it wasn't the Draft Network. It was
PFN.
PFN.
Yeah.
All right, let's go there. Let's share the screen again.
Let's do it.
Let's do a quick Eagles.
I do like that they took Caleb Farley. The last PFF had them taking Caleb Farley. That was pretty good. I like that with Jalen Smith on the board, or Jalen Waddle on the board, Devontae Smith, whatever it was. With that Reese's peanut butter cup looked really good. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree. You guys ready to go? Philadelphia Eagles on the clock. Get every.
Somebody said EDP needs Frukin. EDP needs Jesus.
Anita Mark said JC Horn is a real option at number 11. Boogie said. Yeah, I don't know what to.
Oh, they had us trade with the Cardinals.
Did they?
Yeah, I see. The Cardinals traded up to get Devontae Smith. That doesn't make a lot of sense either.
Let's see. I'm not even going to make. Okay. So, all right. Now, when you look at this board, Bad Dog, for the Philadelphia Eagles, I'll make the first pick. When you look at this board for the Philadelphia Eagles, there's some enticing options.
Definitely.
Kyle Pitts is there.
Yeah.
Could help. Rashawn Slater's there. Could definitely help. Mm-hmm. Micah Parsons, JC Horn, J.O.K. There's a lot of talent there. When I really think about it, and the coach that they brought in, he's all about the special teams. He's all about the special teams. And from what I heard last year, their punter struggled.
From what I understand, he likes a guy that knows how to play Rochambeau. That's rock, paper, scissors, for those of you who don't know. And the special teamers are probably the best when it comes to rock, paper, scissors. I'm thinking, if I have to pick, Chris, I'm probably thinking Max Duffy from Kentucky, but that's just my pick.
Max Duffy from Kentucky. Interesting. You know what? I like that one. So
that would really set them up for the future.
It's a good pick for the Eagles.
I think
Max Duffy to the Eagles. Bad Dog's going to be on the clock next. Giants traded back to 16. They got Greg Newsome, a cornerback. And G Nation, man, thank you very much.
What the hell is that pick?
G Nation says, die, Eagles, die. And Cam says, we're picking Tevin Jenkins first round.
I'll be honest, if we trade back to 16 and trade Greg Newsome, I will not be a happy camper.
Yeah.
Maybe an Eagles fan did that one for us in return.
All right. We got a trade offer. We're going to reject that.
I mean, we're not taking trade.
Man, you're on the clock. What's your breakdown here? Let's take a look at
let's take a look at the you can take a look at this. Freiermuth would be that's not bad. Obviously Ertz's trade rumors, he's getting up there in age. They could definitely use a corner. We've talked about Kelvin Joseph. But Elliott has struggled. As far as field goals and extra points, he's missed a few. So I'm probably looking kicker here.
Yeah.
So let's go to the kickers and see exactly what we have.
And they're going to be doing a lot of kicking this year.
They probably will. Alex Kessman is not a bad option.
I do like Alex Kessman.
Right? I mean, he's rumored to be one of the better kickers out there.
From the same state as well, Pittsburgh. Don't forget that.
What's that?
He's from Pennsylvania.
He is.
Pittsburgh.
He is. Also, that Oscar Drugovic III is not bad. But I heard that they really like this kid out of Michigan, Quinn Nordin.
Okay.
So, but you know what? I'm looking at Georgia Tech, and they're definitely, well, he's a punter. So they already drafted a punter. This is tough because it's between Kessman and Nordin here.
Yeah.
And I think either one is a win for the Eagles.
I honestly can't believe they're both available.
I'm shocked too, because I thought they'd both be top 10 guys.
Yeah.
So let's give them Quinn Nordin out of Michigan.
Okay.
And skip the hometown kid, because there might be too much pressure on Kessman coming from Pitt. So we'll give him Quinn Nordin there.
I like Quinn Nordin. That's a good pick. Good value.
Yes, I like that.
Good pick. They're going to have great special teams this year.
There's no doubt about that. And again, these guys are really going to rock, paper, scissors, which is exactly how they analyze what they want to take as far as their competitive spirit goes. That was part of their interview process.
Of course, they're going to be paying their punter, about $9 million in the fourth year of his rookie contract now. But it was worth it.
Then listen, Howie's a cap wizard.
Yeah, that's true.
He'll make it work, Chris. He'll backload it or something.
It's a great point. Next, no, we're not taking a trade here. Let's take a look at the overall board first. Okay, we got Diami Brown, good player. Joe Tryon, good player. Nick Bolton, good player. And I don't know if they have these here, but since we're going special teams, and you want a theme when you draft, right, Baddog? You want a theme.
Yes.
We got a punter, we got a kicker, we need a long snapper.
We do need a long snapper. They definitely need one of those.
And I don't know if they have it. Do they list long snappers here? Let's see.
I don't know. Probably not. But what I can say is, obviously, if you're gonna, it doesn't matter how good your kicking game is if you don't have a good long snapper. It's kind of like a quarterback without a good offensive line. If you don't have a good long snapper, your kicking game is going to fail.
Right.
So,
I wish they had long snappers. They don't list them.
No, you're gonna.
So we're gonna have to go somewhere else. We're gonna
look at a center, I guess.
You want to go to the center? Let's take a quick look.
You have to take a look at a center because they're going to be the ones that snap the ball.
Good point. He could be the long snapper. Yeah. I like a lot of these names, but when I do this, I like to look at the bottom first. And, Brett Heggie sounds good.
I would not be. I mean, again, like you said earlier, I'm surprised Heggie made it to 70.
Yeah, I mean, he is ranked 383.
Yeah, that's high.
That's pretty.
I can't believe that he made it that far.
This isn't a bad pick.
I don't think so.
I hate doing this. I hate giving them Heggie.
Yeah, I don't like what we've done for them so far. I think it's too good.
I gave him Heggie. Damn it.
Man, it's tough. This is tough. I would hate to face this Eagles team if they drafted like this.
Oh, man.
It's difficult for them.
Are you up again? Wow.
Oh, man. Okay. You know what? They really need a quarterback. Jalen Hurts stinks.
Yeah.
So, they're going to need one. And I'm telling you, again, I'm like you. I like to look at the bottom first and kind of work my way up to the top.
Let's take a look.
Central Michigan is definitely known for their quarterback play.
Yes,
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
This is Tulsa, by the way.
Yeah. Zach
and Appalachian State.
Appalachian State, I mean, they're really good. And, both of them are named Zach. So that's always a big plus.
Yes.
But
how do you go with the H or the one that leaves the H off?
Well, you'd have to go with the one with the H because obviously extra letters mean more talent.
Correct.
Although Thomas has more letters than Smith. And Kevin Thompson has the most letters.
Right.
So maybe I should give him Kevin Thompson since he has the most letters.
If they break it down by rock, paper, scissors, this is probably what they're going to be saying in their draft room on draft night.
The most letters?
That's just as probably logical.
That makes sense. So let's give him Kevin Thompson then, because that would be.
We're trying to be as realistic as possible.
Absolutely.
Okay, Kevin Thompson, good pick.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Hell of a draft the Eagles are having.
Next, before we make this next pick, I got to take a quick look at what they've done so far.
They've done a lot so far. They've done really well. They're having a legendary draft. If PFF was to grade this, if there was a grade higher than A, they would give it to them.
And Dylan at there, he says, "Don't forget the trade." Oh, I forgot to make a trade.
Yeah,
that's a great point, Dylan. Hold on 1 second. That's a great point.
Yeah, we got.
And I get it. You know why I'm gonna make this trade, Baddog. I'm gonna tell you why. We all know. A lot of people would laugh at this. They'd say, "Why are you trading away all their future draft picks? It makes no sense." But we all know that the Philadelphia Eagles have a horrible cap situation.
They do. Yes, absolutely.
And by not having draft picks next year, it'll help them because they won't have to pay the players.
Right. It definitely alleviates the cap problem because that's less roster spots. So it's less paychecks.
Right. So let's make a counter. I'm going to give them the 133 and 162. I'm going to give them 123 and 240. But so I'm ahead of the game and I'm outsmarting everybody. I'm going to give them every pick in next year's draft. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9
You
picks.
might want to even throw in the later pick, like 225 and 234.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Just
because
make
again,
sure they do it because they know what we're doing here.
yeah.
I think that's a fair trade. What do you think?
Well, 234 in there too, just in case.
Just in case. And you think the Raiders are going to take this?
And you know what? I would get rid of the 162. I don't know if the Raiders are throwing 162.
Good point.
I think that would. I think the Raiders might accept that.
Let's take a quick look. Let's see if it goes through. Hopefully it goes through. I'm hoping. Wow, okay. We just robbed them.
We totally stole that. Well, Oakland, or they're not Oakland anymore. Vegas don't know where the hell they're playing. They don't know what the hell they're doing. What a terrible job by the Raiders. Can't believe they accepted that.
Wow, we just robbed them, man.
It's unbelievable. What a draft Harry Roseman's having here.
You're on the board.
Wow. So, well, didn't I just took the quarterback, didn't I?
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, you're on the board. Yeah, you're on the board.
Okay. What can we use here? What can we use? Do you think we could use another quarterback?
They probably could. You can never have too much quarterback depth.
Especially the Eagles. I mean, after all, they did draft the second-round quarterback last year after they just paid Carson Wentz $33 million a year.
And then they try to trade up and get rid of all their picks to get another one this year. So they definitely are obviously interested in the quarterback position.
Correct. And, it's just more competition. So
exactly. And these two guys have to play rock, paper, scissors to see who gets a start, probably.
Correct. You know what? Let's play rock, paper, scissors. I'll be Zach Thomas.
Okay.
You'll be Zach Smith.
Okay.
Okay, and that's how we'll determine it.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissor, says, shoot.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, I didn't know you said says. I thought it was just rock, paper, scissors. Do it again.
All right. We'll just rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yep, that's fine. Yep.
Rock, paper, scissor, shoot. We're tied.
I have paper.
I have paper too. Rock, paper, scissor, shoot.
I have paper.
All right, you win. So you were which Zach were you?
The long one, the one with the H.
Okay, so you get all right. So we just took Zach Smith because Zach Smith won in the rock, paper, scissors. That's how the Eagles make their picks. We're trying to be as realistic as possible.
Absolutely,
that's a good pick.
These guys are killing this draft. This is unbelievable. I don't know if I've ever seen a better draft in my life than the one the Eagles are having right now.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive.
Let's take a quick look at the Eagles draft board before we make this pick and just marvel at how good of a job we've done. Now, keep in mind, we outsmarted the league because we traded away all of our picks next year so we don't have to go against the salary cap.
Exactly.
On top of that, we got Max Duffy, the very, credited punter out of Kentucky.
That's amazing.
Quinn Norton, the kicker out of Michigan. So he's acclimated to cold weather. That's a good start.
Yes.
Brett Heggie, not only is he not going to play center for us, but we brought him in just specifically to be the long snapper.
Exactly.
Very good at that. Then we got a nice backup quarterback at Kevin Thompson. And we got a third-string quarterback with Zach Smith.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely Jalen Hurts will immediately move to the third string behind those two. There's not a doubt in my mind.
So we got a starter in Zach Smith and Kevin Thompson.
I mean, he's the Rochambeau champ. So, yeah. Wow. I mean, this is just amazing. So, I think the Eagles definitely need punter depth at this point because if their punter gets hurt, they're screwed. And we all know that Sirianni is about the special teams. We talked about Presley Harvin earlier, but if we're being realistic,
how is he still there?
I was going to say, Chris, if we're being realistic, he is not on the board at this point. There's just no way. So I'm going to just ignore him like he's not even there because he's not going to be there at 150. And I do think that it's very feasible that Zach Von Rosenberg out of LSU, big school.
I'm going to tell you why I love this pick if we go with Zach.
I think we have to go with ZVR here, Chris. ZVR.
And the reason I love this pick, Baddog, and why this is so brilliant. And AP, thank you very much. Draft another quarterback. We'll think about it with our next pick. But the reason I really like this pick is we just took another Zach, but he spelt it with an H.
Right.
Now you're going with a Zach that spells it with a K.
we might even, if there's another Zach, maybe we should have went with the all Zach team. But yeah, I like this. So this is kind of a Zach Morris, Zach Efron type of thing. So yeah, is Zach Efron a guy? Am I making that up? Is that his name?
I think
know Zach Morris. Zach Efron's a real name. I don't even know if that's a real guy, but I thought it was. But yeah, I think we got to go with ZVR. I definitely got to go with ZVR.
He's a good.
I mean,
he's a
good.
good.
About the nickname ZVR. We just nicknamed him.
I like it. I like it. That's gold. That's a great pick.
What a draft.
I'll tell you what, man. We're gonna win in special teams.
Now they're really going 23-0. We probably just set them up for a dynasty with this draft.
Oh my God, what a draft it's been for the Philadelphia Eagles. I cannot wait. I can't wait to recap it at the end.
Oh, it's just wow. I can't believe players are even available for these guys. It's like everything fell into place for the Eagles in this draft.
I don't know what the rest of the league's thinking.
They're not.
I wish we could trade away our 2023 picks, but I don't think it allows you to do it. I could try. Let me see. Let's see if it allows us to do that because
the Giants. I mean, they obviously want to hurt the Giants. So give us more picks.
They don't let you.
Yeah, they only allow 2020.
That's a shame. That's a shame. All right, let's take a quick look at. Oh, we got an HTA trade. What's going on, Hot Take Hockey?
Hey,
my man. What's up, my man? What's up, HTH? LA Sportsman, thank you very much. You guys are absolutely killing me. You guys are the best. Appreciate it, LA Sportsman. HTH is, and by the way, any of my subscribers, if you're if you're a hockey fan, go over there and check out HTH. That guy's freaking awesome.
He is awesome. That's my guy.
Thank you, HTH, man. I appreciate it, my man.
I had a fun time streaming, even though the Rangers got the living hell beat out of them by the Islanders. That was still awesome. So okay, we're gonna work on that again. Do another hockey stream together. That was good.
So we got two punters. Let's take it before we make this pick. We got a punter, a kicker, a long snapper, two quarterbacks, and a backup punter.
Yeah, and two Zachs.
And two Zach. You want to look for another Zach, or like what's the goal here with this last pick?
Well, they have one more after this. I think they have pick 226 as well.
Oh, do we? Yes, we do. So. 224. Yeah. And Dylan, man, thank you very much. I want to be exclusive member after this gold idea. Let's see. We got a backup punter. We could always use a third, but let's take a look at the kickers. Okay. We talked about Kessman earlier. He shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
I really want to go with another quarterback. You could never have enough quarterbacks.
You can't have enough quarterback play.
You can, and we could use some wildcat. We could do a lot of things here with this quarterback position.
Definitely.
I think I'd like a fourth quarterback.
I mean, there's another Zach, and he doesn't have a K or an H.
That's a home run. Now we get all three different Zachs. We got the ZAK, we got the ZAH, and now for trick plays, we bring in ZAC.
Exactly, for trick plays.
Just trick plays, because you trick them with the way he spells the name.
They wouldn't know. I mean, if you put three Zachs in the field, they're not going to know who to cover.
Exactly. They'll think he's one of the other Zachs.
And there's two Bradys there. They were obviously named after Tom Brady, and that's obviously the closest the Eagles will ever get to having a guy even close to Tom Brady. But I think you got to go Zach here to have three different Zachs.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, man. Stone Sour says draft Zach Morris from Bayside High.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Zach Morris, Zach Efron. I think that was Zach Efron was that guy's name, but it's the only Zachs I know. Zach Greinke.
This is like as brilliant as like this is going to be historical. Like other teams are going to look back at this. You know how like the Mets were the first team that did the 5-man rotation?
Yeah.
Teams are going to look back at this 10, 15 years from now, and they're going to realize that the Eagles were the first team with the 4-man quarterback rotation.
I'm sure they will. And I guarantee you and I won't get any credit because we never do when we come up with these ideas. But yeah, I'm sure that every NFL franchise will be like, that's a great idea. 4 quarterbacks with all the same name.
Zach Thomas. And it's not the linebacker, but we're going with Zach Thomas out of Appalachian State. Obviously, it's a hotbed for great quarterback play. And Zach Thomas will just be, the next one up.
And Irish Rover is a great name for the offense when all the Zachs come in. They're going to call it Pro Zach. So that's the formation. Great job by Irish Rover right there. Prozac. Absolutely.
Let's see
The
who the Giants
Prozac
take.
attack.
Trey Brown. They took him anyway, even though we didn't do the draft. Giants, Trey Brown.
Oh, look at that.
We got one more pick for this is a pressure pick for Bad Dog.
It's tough because this
Make it a good one. Make it a good one. Big one.
Man.
Make a break here. I mean, we've had the perfect draft. Just don't mess it up.
This is really hard because you better just go to all.
You want to go all? Okay.
You get like the worst on the board because
we always like to look from the bottom up.
You got to look from the bottom. That's always
okay.
First. I mean, they definitely need a wide receiver.
Yeah.
And we all
there's a long snapper. Thomas Fletcher.
There is a long. Oh man,
there's two long snappers here. Hold on. There might be one named Zach. Hold on.
Oh man, if there was a Zach long snapper.
Ooh. Kyle Poland, Cameron Cheeseman. When we play the Packers, maybe it confuses them a bit.
It does.
Wow.
I don't want to give. This is the thing. I mean, I don't want to give them too many long snappers.
Yeah.
They really need a wide receiver.
Okay.
So again, we got to go to the bottom, and we all know that. And I mean, the Eagles, they do need a receiver. They need receivers really bad. And I think they get their receiver here in the summer. I think he's a steal because we all know that Hawaii is really known for the wide receiver play.
Don't tell me you're going to give him Rico Busey.
I mean, I think, I don't know how Rico Busey or Bussey.
That's Gary Busey's son.
It's got to be. And I mean, just the fact that he has like the same name or it's even close.
Yeah.
And it's like, and remember, Nick Foles, he looked like Napoleon Dynamite. Of course, Uncle Rico is in Napoleon Dynamite. So again, you got that connection.
Right.
I don't see how they pass on Rico Bussey here. So as much as I hate to do it, they got to go Rico Bussey here. The Eagles have got to get their receiver, and they do. Because, again, we all know Hawaii, one of the best schools in the country. Yeah, they get their quarterback or their wide receiver there, Rico. Yep, RB.
I really, before, let me read these super chats because I really don't even want to press this button, but hold on 1 second. Rafael, man, thank you very much. No way can the Giants defend the Zach. We're screwed. And Dylan says, hi, I would like to order a gold wrench to my name, Dylan says. Oh, my God. I really don't. Do I have to pick him? I got to pick him. We got to be fair. We got to be fair.
Yeah,
God, I hate this draft. We'll take a quick look at it. We'll recap it. But what a draft by the Eagles. Max Duffy, first off, in my opinion, I don't know how the Jaguars didn't take him at 1, the punter out of Kentucky.
I don't know how he wasn't drafted before he even made himself eligible for the draft, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there were rumors that teams were scouting him actually at birth.
From what I understand. I mean, even before, when he was conceived, I heard that this kid was so good when he was a fetus. We all know that when you're in your mom's stomach, you do a lot of kicking, and they say Max was the best.
He was kicking the mom's stomach so much.
It was amazing how he kicked when he was in the womb. So
and Quinn Norton was a very highly sought after kicking prospect out of Michigan since about junior high. I remember people scouting him. They said he was going to be a top 2 pick in the NFL draft. Somehow he dropped to the Eagles at 37.
Yeah, and Brett Hagee. I mean, what can you say? I don't even know how you get a center, and he's so versatile. I mean, he's a center and a long snapper. You get him there. From what I understand, he was one of the best at salting French fries. And again, that's something Nick Sirianni.
Hold on. Before you go on, Bad Dog.
Yeah.
I have got to, because the Eagles, I've got to show this to Eagles fans. I'm going to take a screenshot of our first 5 picks.
I think you have to.
And I am going to send this out on Twitter right now because I've got to show this. I've got to show this to the masses. I hold on. Bad Dog and I just did a mock draft for the Eagles, and
it's just a killer draft. I mean, it's an A++++.
Hold on. Let me tweet this out because
I have to. I don't know any Eagles fan that would not be absolutely thrilled with what we did here. If you could only get a screenshot of all the Zacks that we took.
Hold on. I mean, my God.
It's just so legendary. Like you know what? It's so good. It can't even fit on one screen. It's so good.
I just tweeted it. I mean, I had to. I mean, that's gold.
It's just unbelievable. It's not even gold. It's platinum.
So, all right. So let's analyze this a little further. We got up to you were talking about Brett Hagee.
Yeah, the way he salts the French fries, and again, that's something Nick Sirianni looks for, and a lot of prospects. A lot of guys, you get the job in high school, you get your first job at a McDonald's or a Burger King. You're just trying to earn some money so you can, pay your car insurance, whatever you're doing. And he was the best. Sirianni loved the hand movement, even though, he checked out his hands, the way he salted those fries, where he can move things around and shift. And he loved him. He said, this guy's a perfect long snapper for our kicking game. So, yeah, we went with Brett Hagee there.
And then at 84, we draft our third string quarterback. Of course, Hurts is going to be the fourth string. Kevin Thompson out of Washington. And he's actually known to be able to throw with his feet. He's actually the first quarterback, I'm serious, without arms in the history of the NFL. So that was a good pick by the Eagles. I think that was a good pick. He's the first, and they're actually going to be able to make a custom jersey for him without sleeves.
It's just unbelievable. Now, what's even more unbelievable is that he can play rock, paper, scissors with his feet, and that's that was what impressed Sirianni the most. And how can he go wrong?
Yeah,
he does have a great first name. I will give him that.
Yeah, he does. And on Template, man, thank you very much. If Daniel Jones doesn't produce this year, our head's going to roll. Probably yes. Probably yes. He better produce. Yeah. But anytime you get a guy that could do damage with his feet at the quarterback position, it's versatility. We talk about it all the time with the New York Giants, and he could both run and throw with his feet. So pretty good pick there by the Eagles.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah, and then you go on to Zach Smith. And, I mean, what can he even say besides the fact that his name is Zach? Right away, you have a winner. There's no doubt about it. And he spells it with an H. So, again, you got an extra letter there. Some guys just spell it Z-A-C. He spells it Z-A-C-H. I mean, so really it's Zach. And that hard H at the end of it obviously makes him one of the best throwers in the league. From what I
heard, it's the H is actually a H as well at the end with Smith. It's Smith.
Oh, Zach Smith.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
Well, I heard that, his arm is so strong that, he threw a rock at a pane of glass and the glass didn't even crack. And that shows you not only does he have power, but he has finesse. He threw it as hard as he could at a pane of glass and he didn't even crack it, Chris. That is touch on a football. And again, he was throwing rocks. That has to go with rock, paper, scissors. Zach Smith, there's no way they were passing on this prospect at 133.
Wow. And just sticking with the theme at 150, and by the way, this is after we made the trade where we gave away every pick in the next year's draft to save salary cap.
Yeah, don't forget about that.
Don't forget about that. Then we get our second Zach. And Julian Love, man, thank you very much. Funniest thing I've seen in a long time. Love laughing with you both. Appreciate it, Julian Love. Then we get a second Zach spelt with a K, Zach von Rosenberg. And the one thing we failed to mention that we probably should have told the chat when we made it, he is the first blind punter in the history of the NFL.
That's impressive. I also heard
that,
you had the quarterback that throws at his feet. I heard Zach punts with his hands.
Oh, that's true. I remember seeing a YouTube video of that. He drops it and he punches it with his hand. Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, he has no feet.
Right. Right. So now we have a footless punter and we have a handless quarterback. The Eagles are doing well. And we got a bunch of Zachs. The Eagles are doing really well tonight. And we're about to get to our third Zach. And Irish Roverman, thank you very much. After a tough week at work, you guys just made my night, laughing my ass off. And Rudy says, guys, thank you so much for the Philly draft. And T says, intelligent and imaginative, simply brilliant. And I nearly wet my pants.
And I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know what you're laughing at. This is scary.
Yeah.
I mean, as a Giants fan, I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm peeing my pants, scared of this draft. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, so you get into the third part of the Zach attack, the pro Zach as they call it. The Irish Rover appropriately named this Eagles offense the pro Zach. And again, you have three different spellings of Zach, and really they went Zach Thomas because again he spelled his name differently, and there's three different options in rock paper scissors. So you go that route there. And they really thought that they were drafting linebacker Zach Thomas, that played for Miami years ago. So they got a little bit confused, and they figured if that confused them, that they would think Zach Thomas was a linebacker and not a quarterback, and it would totally throw off the defense.
Right.
And, Zach Thomas, from what I understand, has 2 extra thumbs in his throwing hand. So he can really grip the ball.
So he's got 3 thumbs. He's got 3 thumbs.
He has 3 thumbs. He's a 3-thumb quarterback. It's unheard of in the NFL. You've never heard of a 3-thumb quarterback. To go with the 3 Zachs, there's no way you pass on him here. So 3 thumbs.
Wait. Now let me ask you about the 3 thumbs.
Yes.
Okay. Does he have 3 thumbs on one hand, or is it 2 on one and 1 on the other?
No, it's 3 on one. And the funny thing is they're actually toes. He has toe thumbs.
Wait. So on his hand, he's got 3 toe thumbs.
Right. He has 3 big toes as thumbs on his throwing hand. To go with 3 Zachs and to go with the rock, paper, scissors, and not to mention that teams will think he's Zach Thomas from Miami. The Eagles hit a home run here, Chris. This may be their best pick, biggest steal in the draft, maybe Zach Thomas, quarterback out of Appalachian State.
And the fact that it's the 3rd Zach, it's going to confuse opponents.
It's very confusing. I'm confused right
now. Let me ask you this. We all know, and let me read a couple of these real quick. Dylan, man, thank you very much. By the way, next to the gold wrench, I would like the title Lord Dylan of Long Island, Destroyer of Eagles, King of Ownage, Breaker, and Mediocrity. Thanks. You got it, my man. And Sacred Dust says, don't forget. We're going to get to him. Rico Busey has 1 leg. What a story. Oh, we're going to get to him.
Yes.
But the thing that really impressed the Eagles, you brought up the 3 thumbs, which I forgot about Zach Thomas. When he played rock, paper, scissors, because he had the 3 thumbs, he was actually able to put out both a scissors and a paper at the same time because of the 2 additional thumbs.
It's amazing.
So it was almost like a trick. He was able to do 2 things at once.
That's it. That's what's incredible. He's undefeated because of that.
Because the 2 thumbs made a scissor, and then the rest of his hand made paper.
Then again, you can't beat it because if you throw out a rock, you lose. If you throw out a scissor, you draw. And, obviously, if you throw out a paper, you lose. The other thing with the 3 thumbs is it combats JPP's 3 fingers. And we all know that Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl. So the Eagles said, if JPP has 3 fingers on one hand, I want a quarterback with 3 toe thumbs on his throwing hand, and that way we'll nullify Jason Pierre-Paul. I think that's what happened.
Oh, my God, what a draft this has been. And then finally, and I'm pissed off that we gave this to the Eagles.
Did you really tweet this out?
Yes, I did.
I gotta look at it.
Let's see how many likes we got. We're up to 41 likes, 9 retweets.
All right.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
And then the final pick, Rico Busey, which Sacred Dust already, let out. He says, don't forget about Rico Busey. He has 1 leg. What a story. Yeah, he's a wide receiver. He is the best. From what I read in the scouting reports, at least, the best route runner in the history of football with 1 leg.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's the trick there. That's where we're thinking ahead of the curve. Most receivers need 2 legs to stay in bounds. He only needs to get 1 foot in.
Yeah,
because he's only got 1 foot.
Exactly. Oh, that's a great point, Chris. And that's so he doesn't even need to make the adjustment from college to the NFL, which we all know is the biggest.
Right. Adjustment. That's the hardest thing for a wide receiver. He's already used to it.
Yeah, that's a great point. I didn't even think about that. That's a great point. And again, this is how we think way ahead of everybody else.
Right.
So yeah, I would have never even considered this. I just got to retweet this because this was just amazing. I think I did. I always have a hard time with the retweets. I don't know if I retweeted it or not, but definitely have to retweet that. That should be everywhere. Everybody should retweet this.
I think it's a great draft.
Do you know the other thing about Rico, Chris, is that his dog has one leg. And from what I understand, they would, just play pitch and catch all day. I don't know how he did it, but he learned from his dog. His dog was able to run around on one leg, and he said if he normally has 4 legs and he only has 1, I can definitely do it with 1 leg, and I normally have 2.
So we got a 1-leg wide receiver. We got a quarterback that has no arms. We've got a punter that has no legs.
We got a quarterback with 3 toe thumbs.
A quarterback with 3 toe thumbs. We got 3 Zacks. You don't get much better than that. And Max Duffy, as we alluded to earlier, the guy that somehow we were able to get at 12th overall, was thought to be the best prospect in the country when he was in the womb.
It's just unbelievable. I don't know how he does it year after year after year. And now I understand why, Chris, for years on YouTube, I could never figure out why Eagle fans always thought they were going to go undefeated and always thought they had the best players and, why they were always so high on Howie. And looking at this draft,
yeah,
I understand it now. I mean, if only Gettleman and if they would have done this for the Giants, we wouldn't be in the situation that we've been in. So you got to tip your cap to Howie. A hell of a draft for the Eagles.
Fantastic draft. And Dylan, man, thank you very much. Rico Busey's pro comparison is Charles Rogers. He's better than him.
It should be Jerry Rice.
You got to remember, he's only got to get 1 foot in bounds.
Yeah.
You got to remember that. It's almost like we're cheating. But
I think we did cheat.
What a draft, man. I had an absolute blast doing that, and I think there's a legitimate possibility that's going to happen on draft night for the Eagles. If
they're lucky, all those players fall. I mean, again, our draft, they just happen to fall into place. We all know these are not realistic a lot of times. They had Kyle Pitts fall into us at 11 a number of times. We know that this probably isn't likely going to happen. All those players aren't going to be available for him, but there is a likelihood that they do get some of them. And that scares me as a Giants fan.
Yeah. But guys, had an absolute blast. They're having a little fun with you at the end with the Eagles mock draft. It's not that fun, though, because if that actually happens, they're probably going to win what do you think, like 6 Super Bowls in a row? 7?
At least.
I don't know. We'll see. But, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Always say thank you guys for being the best supporters on YouTube. Could never say thank you enough. For everything that you do for both of our channels. It's our favorite thing that we do on YouTube. Had a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing the draft together for 3 straight days. And I'll definitely have some streams leading up into it. But thank you guys so much, man. Had so much fun. Of course, if you haven't done so already, go on over to Baddog. We're going to be over there for night 1 of the draft. The link in the description below. And Baddog, say what you got to say, my man.
This was awesome, Chris. I was actually looking forward to this all day. I'm like, I can't wait to do this because you and I haven't done a mock draft together. And obviously, I think we did a good job. I think there's a lot of needs for the Giants. And I think if some of those drafts pan out the way that we did have them, I think Giants fans would be very satisfied with it. Again, there's always been players that people want that we don't get. And it's understandable because we do have a lot of needs, and there's a lot of players that would fit our scheme. Hopefully Gettleman does the right thing on draft night. We do get these guys and they do pan out. That's what we hope. Your support on these shows have been amazing. I never say that enough. And, we're looking, the draft is going to be fun. We had a blast for the last year. Hopefully you guys, you get some of your friends in here. We all hang out. We had a huge crowd last year. It'd be great to get a bigger crowd this year. And again, we can never thank you guys and girls enough. You are the best subscribers and supporters on YouTube. And the last draft was obviously a lot of fun. And that was good, man. Like somebody said in the draft, I think it was Irish Rover, maybe. Somebody said after a long week of work, I needed this. After a long week of work, for me, I needed it too. So I had a blast, man. This was awesome. Great. We definitely got to do it again. Got to make this, a thing where we do a mock draft stream.
And maybe we'll do like 6 mock drafts for the Eagles next time.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Might just do a show of mock draft for the Eagles.
And L.A. Lumet, thank you very much. Think I heard this wrong, but the Eagles drafted a quarterback with 3 big toes on his throwing hand. Wouldn't that make every passing touchdown a field goal?
Yes. I didn't even think about that. They could get legitimately 9 points for a touchdown. And then kick the extra point. And we all know that whoever the hell their kicker was that we drafted him in the first round, he's going to make it. And actually, I heard he's so good that he gets 2 points for an extra point.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard he's so good that they actually make him kick the extra point from the opposite 30-yard line.
They do, and he has to kick it backwards.
Yeah.
He has to run backwards and kick it with his leg going that way, just to make it fair. It's just unbelievable what they were able to do here.
But guys, had a lot of fun there. Thank you guys so much. I'll be live tomorrow doing the Knicks. I don't know if the Lakers are playing tomorrow.
They are tomorrow. They get the Mavs again.
So Baddog will be live tomorrow.
Yep.
Doing the Lakers, and had a lot of fun tonight.
I mean, if anybody's up early in the morning, because I'll be up. But I do the Yankees.
Oh, the Yankees thing too. Yeah.
Yankee podcast 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
But guys, you guys have a great great morning. It's 1 a.m. Yes. Get some sleep. We went a little bit overboard tonight, but it was a lot of fun doing the mock draft. And looking forward to covering the draft for you guys soon. Baddog, do what you do, my man.
Hey guys and girls, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really do appreciate it. If we don't see you, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and definitely mark it down in your calendars, guys and girls. April 29th to May 1st, we'll be here all 3 days of the draft. We'll have all the draft coverage that you guys and girls want. Hopefully, see you there. For the Entertainment Talk of Sports, it's your boy Bad Diggity Dizzle. We gone. Peace.